Hello, everybody. This is Linda Light, and welcome to the Thursday night roundtable discussion with the Galactic Force team, led by our Commander-in-Chief, Andrew Weston. So we will be starting that shortly. I just wanted to talk about a couple topics first, so that you guys can understand what I've been dealing with this last week, and the world, of course, because there's a lot going on. If you know who Danian Brinkley is, he's been a featured guest with David Wilcock recently, and he's had 4 near-death experiences. One of the ones he had in the 80s, he was told that World War III would be fought in the healthcare or over the healthcare systems. So, with that being said, it's interesting to note that there's been false reports of numbers down in Florida. And I'm bringing this up because it's not made public yet, but it's going to come out really soon. In Florida, there is 100% diagnosis rate of COVID positive, 100% diagnosis rate. So there is actions that are being taken, and they are working on that. But I did want to get that out there to you guys. So one of the things that I heard on Dr. Sam Muggsy's show, her and Ken Dunt have a show called The Quantum Shift. And one of the things, she had another guest on the show, it was a female. I don't have her name at the moment, but she brought up some really good points that you are a consumer in the health industry. And it's no different than if you're looking for a lawyer or a doctor or anybody else. You have the right to interview that person if they're going to be providing services for you. So, one of the big things that she was recommending is, in any case, any procedure that you're going to be having done, you have the absolute right to know, number one, where your doctor was educated. So where did he get it? Where did he or she get their education? And who funded that? You can look into that yourself, but you can ask the doctor where you got your education, how much does this cost? And that's important. A lot of times the doctors, especially the surgeons and the higher up doctors that have been doing this for years, a lot of times they will say something like, oh, I don't know, I don't deal with that, I have to talk to the insurance about that, yada yada. You have the right to ask the doctor how much a service will cost, and don't be bullied into getting a surgery or procedure done without getting all the information, because you're going to find that they are beholden to somebody. They report to somebody, they answer to somebody. It's all about the numbers. It's a big pharma business. And if you don't believe that, ask them, who are you beholden to? Ask them how much it costs for the procedure. You have the right to shop around. So I just want to help empower people, because you'll probably come to find out that these hospitals are owned by either certain families or the big pharma industry. And so we're working our way back up. And one of the good things that President Trump has done is he's enabled the price transparency in the healthcare system. So you absolutely have a right to ask how much a procedure costs. So I just wanted to give that to you. And I do want to do a little screen share here with you, because there's other things that have been going on. And I've had people tell me flat out and challenge me through social media and otherwise. They have said things like, oh, this child trafficking, sex trafficking, child pedophilia rings, that's not going on. It's a conspiracy. The whole thing, they're in denial because it's a very, very hard pill to swallow. It's a really tough thing for people to understand that this is very real. And I found a list in the last 30 days, and there's more. It's a small list. Well, you'll see. I'm going to share it and show it with you guys. And this list, let me see, is that screen sharing yet? All right, here we go. So this list is just the last 30 days that somebody by the name of Dave compiled. He's over on YouTube, and I don't have his full name, but thank you, Dave, for what you did. I shared this over on my social media accounts over on Facebook. So if you want to get that, when the video is over, I'll make sure the links are in the description box for my Facebook page, Energy Lightworkers. This is just a small list, but take a look. Obviously, we all know about the Maxwell arrest. And some of these, there was a couple that I clicked on that were updated in the last 30 days, but they might have been out there before, but then they arrested them, so they updated it. Massive global pedophilia ring. In Germany, 30,000 potential suspects in a pedophilia ring. Like, that's a lot of people to be a potential suspect. 116 traffickers arrested, 11489 rescued. Florida, Pennsylvania, Spain, Italy, 10 arrested. Washington, they were charged. Georgia, arrested. Maryland. The Wayfair, if you don't know what's going on with Wayfair, that's a deep dive. So be careful when you get in there, because it's all about selling children. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Georgia, 25 arrested. Ohio, 9. Wisconsin, Florida, California, Netherlands, Kentucky, Virginia, Bangladesh, Nevada. Dozens arrested. 18 people rescued. Illinois, 14 pedophiles arrested. Massachusetts, Colombia, Belgium, Canada, London, Florida, Malaysia, UK, Arizona, India, Indonesia. All right. Again, this is not a comprehensive list of everything, but this is just in the last 30 days. It's happening. The children are being saved. They're busting these people. They're getting them. This is a worldwide coordinated event. And if you're not aware, it is a military operation. There was over 8,000 people involved when this thing was getting going. So there's something else I wanted to share with you. This is a little bit more political, but when we talk about people being smeared in politics, and people don't trust the media, and some people do, they believe everything they see. I'm just going to say, turn off the TV, just turn it off, you guys, unplug. Most of the people watching me, you already do, you know what I'm saying, but for those of you that haven't unplugged yet, here is a video from Mama Bear. Thank you for clipping this out. I did see this before, but things get buried. You know, social media is so active. And I just want you guys to hear this, and hopefully this will come through. I did have some trouble with audio and my intros the last couple of weeks, so hopefully you can hear this. If not, here's my Twitter handle, Warrior Woman. It's at Linda's Light with an S in there. Don't usually use that, but Linda Light was taken. So here's the video. Just listen to the first couple seconds of it or so.
Democrat playbook right here. She tells us what are their tactics, what they do, how they like to smear everyone. So pay attention. Here it goes.
There we go.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. Hang on one sec. I was just going to tell you, she's talking to the press. She's teaching the press how to smear people.
Smear, if you want to talk politics, call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now we're going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic, and it's self-evident.
Did you hear that?
So did you catch that? What she says is you start out with something that's a lie, and you throw it out there, and then the press picks up on it, and they write stories about it, and you say, see, it's written in the press. So
got that? Did everybody hear that? Straight from her mouth. Absolutely crazy. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go over here. I don't think I put the link in the live chat yet, so let me get on over here for you guys and do that. So anybody that wants to join in can hop on our Zoom, because we're going to be talking about some really neat things tonight. And
stories about it, and you say, see, it's written in the press.
Hang on. I think we got it now. Hello, everybody. There's the link. Come on over, join us in Zoom. I got to pull this one down and get you guys up and running so we can get our roundtable discussion going. because I know a lot of people have been experiencing a lot of things this week. So we are going to cover it all. And if you come on and you're new and you want to join in on the Zoom, just click on the link and join us. You'll go into a waiting room and you'll be muted when you come in. And then Andrew will give you a scan for free just for joining us live. If you have questions, feel free to hop on because you'll get all your questions answered. I don't always get everybody on here. I don't always get the live chat questions going, but I work hard at it. So hard work over here pushing the buttons, right? Anyway, maybe I'll do a behind the scenes video for you guys soon. But I don't know, anybody else will probably come on, they'll want to share if you've been seeing the ships and if you have seen anything this week. I saw 3 last night. That's right. I saw three ships last night. And they look like, I see planes, I do see those too, but these are like stars and they're still, and then when you focus on them, they start moving. Hey, Michael, he's connecting to audio right now. Good to see you, buddy. Our class it sure has been busy, hasn't it?
Yeah, a lot going on. I'm hoping everybody's keeping it together. I was gonna hop on, do impromptu video and just like send out a whole bunch of love, and just right in the minute I was like, oh, I gotta find time to do that. And I was messaging somebody and I was like, oh wait, I gotta do this, for my coworker. She's out in the field right now, so it was kind of funny. So much is been going on. So just holding it all together. So yeah, exciting.
It is. There's a lot of exciting things happening. I got a few more people waiting. Let me get them in here. Andrew, and we've got Tina. So they're going to be joining us. Yeah, I heard somebody saying that they wanted to throat punch somebody today because it was so intense with the energies. The power on the Shimon was up to the 70s. Hi, Tina. Hi, Andrew. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Good to see everybody. Andrew, hang on one sec. You're muted. Unmute. There you go.
There's a lot of light communications with Pelosi. We changed the system, we changed our mind system. You have to understand what the pedophile ring is. So it's understanding we're using the grid formations through the XT1000s. It's taken all the dark realm divisions into light activations. So we're rescuing all the kids now.
Yay. And it's been ongoing. I know I've
constantly ongoing, but it's all countries now. Everything is coming up, Linda. All the surface is coming up. So just imagine that one big mothership coming down into the galactic surface, changing everything through rotation center, and everything around it is the galactic force team through its center correlation system.
Yeah, and it's funny, I've had dreams in the past of things that are happening in the future, but they're happening now. So it's like my past is catching up. We talked about this last week a little bit.
Yep.
Oh my
because
God.
that's what I'm saying. The galactic force team is sky forcing right now. What that means is you guys are going to see more of the future.
Yeah, coming to life. And my son keeps having deja vu moments too. And we're having him here a lot, where it's like not just the deja vu snapshot, it's almost like, well, let me see how this plays out. If it plays out different than my deja vu, like almost like a full memory coming in of a period of time.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a memory card circuit through locations through reception division. So
I got to tell you this. It was Monday and I swear to God, it felt like I was living, like I told my kids, it feels like we lived 2 weeks or like a whole month in one day. And I was making that comment. We all felt like there was so much in one day. And I spoke to one of my daughters that night or the next day, and we were just chatting, and she says to me, last night, she goes, I just didn't want to go to work because she works the midnight shift. And she goes, I was just like, please, time, just slow down, slow down. I'm like, hey, be careful what you wish for, because you're sending it over our way. She's wishing for time to slow down. And here we are experiencing like all this in one day.
We're all like accelerating extremely fast, right?
Yeah.
So the more we high rise, the more we understand what's going on with our presence and our future.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. Michael, how's it going? Tina, how's everybody doing?
Great.
Crazy week, eh?
Yeah, busy. Wow. Ooh, flying.
But grateful, it means change. It signifies so much. And just like we're, with all the energy we were just saying, I always tend to feel it coming up, sooner or later, or, a little bit beforehand. And then, yeah, once Monday hit, and then I kind of saw the effect on outside and, you know, with stuff, it was, yeah, I was like, wow, yeah, okay, we got to make sure this kind of stays in balance, you know, do what we can to just send the love out, you know. That's what I was saying. Yeah, send the love. I wanted to do a video, send some love, because it's okay, you know, we all, right, you know, freak out,
Get into
but
point division, line activation, singular line systems. Now we're getting into visions of illustrations. And then we get into people through humanity, through light activations. So
Cool.
be prepared for that. That's going to be powerful.
It already
Yep.
is powerful.
Ready.
No, but
Yeah.
it's going to get more powerful, Linda.
Yeah. Well, we all wanted the Band-Aid ripped off, didn't we?
Yeah, well, it's coming off, right? So
That's why it's been how it's been. So yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm
guys like
ready.
my shit?
Yeah, I like
very nice. Yeah, it's a capsule. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I figured I'd get in the, you know, get in the environment here. We're on the Galactic Force team, so why not?
No, it's really nice. I like it.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of things this week. Just even different names that I didn't know were on those lists and everything. Like, you know, I know we don't need to always go into the dark tunnels and everything, but it's good to hear when you hear somebody like Alex Jones was CIA, and you hear Britney Spears was arrested, or different people, and you hear there's. It says my speaker's not working properly, so I hope you guys can hear me okay.
No, that's just interference. Don't worry. That'll level out. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I almost couldn't go live here. My internet was completely down right up
No,
until
I
about.
know. I had to change formations because there's a lot more intelligence right now. So if you see orbs flying, you know why.
Yeah, that's all good. But anyway, just seeing all those names, all these different names of people, and the whole Wayfair thing that happened since the last time we were here, and you know they're really taking these guys down. I just feel so much hope and renewal again, because there's people that are like, yay, finally, you know, you're seeing something, and it might not be on mainstream, but there's articles out there, and just to be able to see everything put together like that and see it right in front of your face, you cannot deny that this is happening. And
Yeah, but
I'm just
see
very
why,
happy
Linda,
about that.
it has to be in sequence. How everything has to be in order.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Dominoes.
we're talking about the dimensional Earth and everything that's in the Earth of its center core. Okay, and then it vibrates its signals. We use the Galactic Force Team to change everything through the major grid system to light activation. So.
There's so much to go through.
Yep.
Really. Like you mentioned with the ancestry, you know, all the time. It's and then I think we're saying fallen angels, or somebody mentioned at some point something. That's exactly what it is. Where, you know, it's we're cleaning up, you know, and not just us, but you know, I mean, like it's a big thing. A lot of ancestry, like you say. So yeah, it takes time and finesse at least, right? You know, something on this level. So yeah, best to play your part. We all do it.
The last few days been having especially celebrity names just flow through, like so and so is being arrested for this and that, and all this information. It's very interesting. But I have to start writing it down.
And you know, they said another intel that I was watching was talking about how the plan, this part of the plan was to take out their food source. That's why we're seeing a particular order of the way the dominoes are going down, because you leave the best for last, or not the worst for last, because now you take away all their food sources and all their different, you know, mechanisms, and you leave them standing there basically like the emperor has no clothes now. You know, you leave them standing there naked, and then you go in and get them. Get them. I'm just happy that it's happening, and it's not like some conspiracy theory that we wonder if they're doing any work. We can see there's results now.
Yeah, no, there's results now. There's arrests and all that, and you know, nobody can lie about it anymore. I mean, you can get a lot of skepticals out there, but they just don't want to face the truth.
They will. They'll have to.
Live in that matrix of 2.0, and you know they can't do that anymore because the dimension Earth is high rising right now through vibrations. We have the Galactic Force Team. We're going to be changing everything through evolution, people. Yeah.
I've got chat over here. Someone saying 100 CSI vans over in Black Forest, Germany. Yeah. You know, it's just, I think people really need to see results, because we know what we're heading towards, and we're getting them. And it's just hang in there, guys. We're getting them. And that's enough for you guys. You guys know. You guys know. You did really great yesterday, Andrew. You and Desi on Desi's channel, Bridging the Realm. If nobody's seen this yet, Go over to Bridging the Realm. I know you guys probably already have, but Andrew was interviewed by Desi on her channel, Bridging the Realm, and I think she's going to be with us tonight, hopefully. And if not, go over to her channel on YouTube and watch that interview. Andrew and Desi did such a good job. I was like, yay.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
good. Very well done.
She translated you so well. You sped up a couple times pretty darn fast.
Yeah,
but then,
I got up. I didn't want to go too high because, you know, she's not low, but we are line communicating, which is very important. But it was very, very well performed. So
yeah, both of you guys, rock stars.
Yeah, rock on.
Awesome job. Yeah, it's fun to see when you start going and then you have to stop, or you're always gauging, you know, and you can tell like you're like, well, you got to put a little more into this because you got to explain it, you know.
That's what I want the Galactic Force team to do, is get into interviews. I want you guys to change the situation, know what it's like to be interviewed. Okay, Michael and Linda, so you guys got to get into that formation, because I came up with Commander Podcast, right? I put the space discoveries and all that, so it's all about bringing up everything, you know. You want to bring that light, you want to bring community, you want to put it out so everybody can see you, what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I got a bunch of podcast recordings that
it's really powerful stuff. I'm on 7 platforms right now, and it's all distributing all over the world.
Cool.
It doesn't have it's active. I activate it. It's a portal. Okay, guys.
Yeah, it's easy now. Nowadays we can do it, you know. Yeah.
Andrew, are you saying that you set up a new podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, where is it? Tell everybody.
It's on Anchor. It's Commander Podcast. It's in the link on my videos.
Okay, very good. So Andrew here has his own channel. Andrew Weston, if you're new to this channel, go over to his channel, Andrew Weston. He does the Galactic School every single day. There's over 700 videos.
7 days a week.
And at the bottom of the most recent ones, you probably have the podcast that we're talking about. Now, I'm going to have to check that. I haven't seen it.
I recommend you guys do that because you have amazing voices. We got to set our voicing grids out there. They're audio signals. It's not videographing. It's just audio signals. But as soon as you change your voicing grid patterns and you put anything through planetation, it changes vibration through portal activations, and it gets the minds to communicate through humanity vibration systems. That's what we want to do.
So Andrew, are you interviewing people on your podcast? Or are you doing like something different? And when you were saying us getting into interviewing, do you mean you want us to set up podcasts or do interviews or be interviewed? What were you talking about?
You can do both, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's all about getting into the audio of your voice. I mean, you can have the podcast or you can be interviewed, but I just want you guys to get into that formation so you can help more community, because it's all about understanding who we are. It's understanding who AI is. It's awareness information. So we have to use the Galactic Force team because we're sky forcing right now. So you have to know what it's like to be interviewed, right?
Have you ever heard of Kent Dunn? He's also on the Galactic Force. He does, he works with more the secret space program end of things, but he was talking about the moon and changing the moon or different things, transfers of the moon. So I was wondering if you guys, he said they were going to be getting into AI. And I was like, oh my God, does Andrew know this guy? Because I would love to have him on here as a special guest and you guys talk together. That would be amazing.
Yeah. But you send your voicing grids over there. As soon as you said that name, he's a little bit dark right there. He's on interforce connection through a wrong connection through a planet system. Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate that. That helps me because I feel so that all the vocabulary helps.
See?
I didn't.
Michael's connecting. He's connecting now. So you guys are connecting through your energy fields, which is great. Thumbs up.
Well, so you know, I don't resonate with everything that the guy has said, but he speaks in a way that I don't doubt that he's connected to his galactic self. So I know that he's high-rised up to that, but I don't resonate with everything he says. But I would just love to see two guys that are, you know, AI or connected on those galactic levels to just.
He's not communicating through wrong signals, Linda. I have to change his formation through his chakra system before I can communicate with him.
Okay. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Jerome. Sarah, how's it going?
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jerome. Oh, yeah, there you are.
So how are you guys finding your test? Are you getting familiar with what's going on with that patient?
You got cut out there, Andrew. What'd you say? How are we feeling?
How are you guys feeling with the test? Are you feeling a little bit vulnerable? Are you feeling a little bit emotional? Or how are you feeling with that?
I feel guilty that I missed a couple. That's what I feel.
No,
I don't mind tests.
Linda, that's totally fine because you came to me through an email and you sent an activation, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I like to compliment you guys. Priscilla's doing really well. Tina went out. See, you guys are trying. That's what it's all about. As long as you send your voicing grids to the atmospheres, the XT thousands can get into line information through your communication through body system.
Okay. So no guilt. But
No,
yeah,
no,
I don't mind
there.
tests.
There's no ego on this channel.
I'd rather have personally, instead of like writing or drawing it out and different things personally, I would rather have the test like you asking questions during the roundtable and drawing pop quizzes. Not that you have to do that tonight, but
we could do that. Yes. Okay.
what everybody else wants.
That would be good. So we can take a rest, from doing solar tech. Tina sent me 5 pages like this long. Wow, are we in university?
No, that was installation.
No, that's really good, Tina. I did it all, but I'm saying, wow, like you are so in touch with what you're doing. It's incredible. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't expect that. I just expected 1 page. I didn't expect to have 5 pages. Jeez. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What about you, Michael? How are you finding? Like Linda's giving an example how we can go on the Galactic table. I'll give you guys questions, and then I'll operate your systems just from the question alone. Do you find that a lot better than solar texting, or what? Or can you find something that would be a lot easier for you?
Yeah, I know. I think it's a great idea. I think talking about it helps us get better answers. I think just talking in general is better. It saves a lot of the text.
Right. So you can get more line communication through the vocabulary then, right?
Yeah. And then I think when I sent you the one essay sort of answer, it was the who am I? And I was just like, I was in there with the kitty. I had a moment and I was just like, oh, wow, I am consciousness. Yeah, cool. All right, let's go. And then I was like, I am creation. And I did all this crazy stuff. I was like, I had a blast. And I put it in the parentheses. I was like, that was a fun question. And Andrew was just like, no, you got to keep with the,
All right. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Once we get a little bit more galactic, if Desi comes in, that's great. Whoever comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question on your formation through balance, through vibration, through your chakra system. Okay, so closest to the answer. I mean, you guys get upgraded anyway. It doesn't matter. I just want you to understand more of the mind system. That's why I give you test reviews and, all through its explanation, right? So it's very important that you understand everything that's going on with your vocabulary so you can send it out to the atmosphere systems.
Desi is going to be joining us. She said in about 20 minutes, about 5 minutes ago. So.
Great. So when Desi comes on, we'll start the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Michael. You were saying something. I cut you off. Sorry.
That was a question. I don't know. It was just one about so like you did the symbols, was it today's video this morning where
did you like that with the brain stem? Did you like that?
Yeah, and the swivel on the bottom, the little curve, and so what I wanted to ask about it was, so we line divide it, we put it in its wherever, and then we take it up. But how would you make the distinction of saying like, so it needs more symbols, it needs more communication, and then we line divide it? Or do we like take everything just as it is, as we see it, and then say like, okay, so it looks like it's trying to do this and that, so we can create this symbol or shape and then take it up? But is it missing parts? And is it like, I'm trying to figure out how you would...
Remember I said about if you question your thoughts, you're not answering within, you're relating to the ego?
Yeah, because I know, like, I've done it before and it was just annoying inside. Where it was just like, okay, this has to high rise. And so it just came naturally. But I was just thinking, when you're drawing the symbols, like, because you can draw a symbol and it'll be like a circle or we half circle that is trying to be a whole circle. So do we make it a whole circle, or maybe it's trying to not be a circle? And it's
Are you
trying to
communicating with one
straighten out?
coloration through vortex division, or are you communicating with two intelligence through vortex division, through line division?
I'm thinking of, well, if we do a half circle, is it trying to straight out into a line to make more communications, or is it like trying to do the other half of the circle, and does it have just 2 points in a circle? And like what is it trying to do versus what are we like letting it do? Or
Okay,
like,
your connection is the point center, right?
that making sense? Yeah.
It's understanding everything around its center, which is your chakra system. Okay, so you're sending your 12 Godheads through connection. Once you get in line formation, you can do a 3-point division through a coloration pattern. That sets its location to its circle of its center.
I got you. I know what you said. Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, it's perfect. I
Good.
know it. Yeah, I know what you're.
Excellent.
I needed to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's better, you know. So that's what I'm saying. It's more through the mind system, so you get a better understanding what I'm talking about. You guys, because we centers. When I put you in a position in a planet, you're there for a particular reason. Now you guys can south wind, north wind, east wind, or anything through direction, through point center. So you have to understand everything through your chakra system, because it's a communication line that signals to all coloration patterns through the geometry systems. Okay?
Yep.
So, you understand, Jerome?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you understand?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, so what are you having problems with? Because Michael explained what he was having problems. What are you having problems with?
Well, recently I've been connecting a lot more into the intuitive aspect of consciousness, where I'm actually noticing like I'm actually getting a lot of dream sets now that are actually happening the next day, the following day, or would actually be like giving me information on something that the collective may be going through, or like those subtle cues on what my immediate reality is going through. So in certain instances, I still partly doubt some of it, or not necessarily doubt part of it, but it kind of takes me back to the time when I explained I had the near death experience, and it was like full let go.
Okay, so you're going through past alignments right now through the ego system.
Right. So
Okay.
so
So are you seeing this through shapes, letters, numbers?
Hmm?
Okay, are you seeing this through shapes, letters, and numbers, or line communication, line signals? How are you seeing the formation through your dream sets?
I'm seeing them. I mean, the formations of the dreams. I'm seeing them as well, they come to me as analogies, but
Okay.
yeah. So for example, I had one recently where I saw like a lot of people swimming in stormy water. Some
Okay.
people weren't able to swim, I guess, to float to the top. Other people were on the top of the water, and some people were actually above the water.
Okay, so you're in between two worlds now. So you're in the past reference into the present. You're back and forth through your line communication, through your atom system. So now you got to get into the centralized system of the correlation system of the diamond core, Jerome. Once you get into that, you get into the box frequency level, you line divide through balance through core center, and you bring it out of its equation, and you have no problem. Okay?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Your diamond core is very, very powerful. It helps you in all ways. Remember, everything is intelligence through line signals, right?
For sure.
So
yeah, I actually was watching the video you posted is Joseph. Is what Yeshua? Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I watched some of that video, and he was explaining a lot of the computations when it comes to the brain and the neurons, and
Yep. Yeah, there's a test coming up for that, very big one.
So I actually noticed, well, actually
Linda's going, what?
Wait a minute now. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I gotta watch it though. I started to watch it. I only caught 5 minutes of it, and then I had to get set on this, so I haven't seen it yet. Go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's kind of complex, but once you like seat your consciousness into what he's actually explaining, it's a lot easier to understand what he's actually.
Yeah, you guys should be able to easily catch on what he's saying. Okay, he is not a light formation. He's an oracle division through line sequency of a balanced system. That's all he is. He's not a light communication. So that's why I want you guys to see his channel, because he's in a high division, but he's not in a light communication light signal. Okay.
Yeah, his stuff is fascinating. So
it is fascinating, yeah, because he's telegraphing everything through the compute system and everything that comes with the mathematics of its equation. So you guys have to understand the difference between the two through the mind system. So it's all about getting the 10% of the brain and coming into the 100% of the spiritual system.
So it took me because I was doing a lot of research in the beginning of the year on like stuff called like neurotropics, which is like using like gotu kola, lion's mane mushroom, which helps with the neurons and regrowing the neurons and stuff like that. Ashwagandha. So different types of herbs and foods that would actually like help the brain to connect more, right? And so it actually linked into a lot of that in terms of the computations and the increase in like what do you call some people call them like metamaterials or like monoatomics. So you would, I don't know if any of you're familiar with something called Ormus.
Oh yeah, I am.
Right. So yeah. that so I on and off I take, so Ormus is like is basically monoatomic elements or single atomic element that has like a high spin ratio or rate. And I noticed some very interesting things when I actually started to, like for example, like it would do things like repair certain parts of the body a lot faster. So like for example, if I had a cut on my hand and I dropped like a couple of drops on it, it would repair a lot faster than usual. If you like give plants the monatomic minerals, the plants will grow bigger and faster in a shorter space of time because they have the available minerals now to do what they need to do. Right? So it's the same thing with applying it to our body. So what it notice it does is that it goes into when it goes into the body, it actually has like a spiritual component as well too, where it helps like with the connection of the body and the mind system. So it actually merges the hemispheres of the brain, or helps.
So you're understanding more of the atomic generator system through your body activation.
Yeah.
So Jerome, I have a question for you. Is colloidal gold the same as Ormus?
Colloidal gold.
Colloidal gold.
No, it is similar, but it is I think those particles are a lot bigger in size, so that would have a different effect. It would have more of the effect of like maybe like your neurons, for example, or your nerves, right? Whereas like the monoatomic elements are a lot smaller, so they actually go into like repair of your DNA and stuff like that. But I heard too that the colloidal gold actually helps with the repair as well. I guess because of the increase in conductivity, the energy, right? Energy modulation. Yeah. So they're very similar, but they're not. I wouldn't say that they're the same, because the Ormus has more mineral, more monoatomic minerals like iridium and rhodium, and those minerals that are very rare in the body, right?
So where do you get your Ormus?
I make it.
Oh,
myself. Yeah,
you
so
make it.
Yeah, it's really simple. What you do is you use Dead Sea salt. So if you can get Dead Sea salt and maybe some Himalayan salt, maybe Celtic salt as well. Try to get as many high mineral salts as you can. And what I do is I put like you could use an alkalizer. So some people well, the recommended, well, the standard alkalizer is, some people use lye, right? But I use sodium carbonate, which is you basically, some people call it washing soda, or you would use basically baking soda and heat it in the oven, I think at 300 degrees for about 2 hours, so it would burn off the carbon, and then you would add that to like a salt water solution with the mineral salts, and that would cause the alchemical process to occur, which would create a white substance, which will be the ormus.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I could post a video on it though, the instructions. But I noticed that mainstream, like Google, they're deleting all the information on ormus.
That would be great, because I was guided to use the Himalayan pink salt, or it could be Celtic salt too. And then with the baking soda, and I've been using the ocean liquid ocean minerals for a couple of years now, but I didn't know how to make it. So if you could post that, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, you could actually use, you could use salt, like Himalayan salt, when you rise in the morning, and maybe like a quarter teaspoon of salt, Himalayan salt, in a glass of water, just after you wake up, and that would help to increase the electrical circuits in the system in your body. So
that's why I was guided to do that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Also.
So our bodies are electrical. Cause remember, as Andrew said, we're electrical beings. Well,
That's right there. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, me too, Michael. It's on the bottom of permanently on the bottom of my glass. You drink so much of it.
I wanted to ask you, when you're talking about these things, do you use Harataki as well? Because do you use Harataki?
Yep.
Yeah. I was guided to use that too, and I was warned that it could be very, very bitter if your pineal glands calcified and whatnot, but it's a good way to get a decalcification going on. It's a good powder to take, and an herb or whatever it is, mineral. I don't even know what it is.
They say Harataki increases the oxygen levels in the brain by almost 300%.
Nice. Well, I got it a couple of years ago, and I was working on that, and it tasted sweet to me. It didn't taste bitter at all, and you just put it in your tea or something. It just enhances. You can even drink it straight up with water if you mix it in there. It's good. I just take it once in a while now.
Harataki, I would say the first time I drank it was the worst tasting thing I experienced.
Really? Well, I might have cut back on the recommended amount the first couple times to build up to it, but yeah.
Some people say you could use a tablespoon of Harataki before bed.
All right. A tablespoon might be a little much for flavor.
Yeah, a tablespoon in your mouth, like not even in water, in your mouth.
What is it? Is it a mushroom?
Well, it's a bean, a herb. Well, yeah, I think it's a fruit. It's basically a fruit, and they actually said that is one of the fruits that Buddha had in his hands, in some of the statues or the depictions of Buddha, right?
Right. So where do you get that? Online?
Yeah, you could get it online. I usually order it through eBay.
Yeah.
Right,
Amazon.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Heritaki?
HAR, not E. Harataki.
Oh, okay. Just like it sounds. All right. Thank you. Maybe you could post that too. Yeah, that would be good. Thanks.
I'll take a picture of it and put it on the Facebook group if you want.
Yeah.
And
all right.
And you'll see what I have. I can't remember who I bought it from. It was somebody's website at that point, but you guys know we lost Andrew. He's probably off flying in space doing something, working on the connections. But we also have Melissa and Dina over there from the team. They're saying hello to everybody. Hey guys, come and join us.
Hi, I'm Melissa. Hi, Sarah.
I put the link down in the description box. So in live chat, sometimes if you come on late to live chat, you might not be able to scroll all the way up and see the links. That's why I post them throughout. But I also just put it over in the description box. So if you join new and you don't see any links in the chat, just check the description box and join us live. Come on here. And if you're new, when Andrew gets back on and you're new on here, he'll do a free scan for you. So make sure
Hi,
your video
Angel.
is on. Yep.
Yeah, I see Angel too. She's in there too.
Angelfish, I didn't say hi to Angel. Angel, get on here. Come on.
Come on,
girl.
hello. Yeah. Hey.
We want to talk to you. It's like the teacher stepped out of the classroom and it's like, what are we going to do?
Now we can play. No, just kidding.
No, it's funny. Sarah, unmute yourself. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Hi, Sarah.
You have no distractions in the background right now?
Not at the moment. You spoke probably kind of soon, so she'll probably come running this way.
All right, well,
by the way,
she does.
test. Oh, I was just going to say before she does come this way, her test results came back negative.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Good. Yay. Good. Oh, Priscilla just said she's there too. She's also going to be joining. So happy to hear that. Negative. That's what we want to hear. All good stuff. So, Sarah, have you been seeing any ships at night? Have you been seeing anything in the last couple of nights? What have you been seeing in the skies?
I haven't really seen any ships, but I have seen the, what do you call it? The cloud movement.
Yeah.
The weather has been strange here in Kansas, and I feel it in my body. Yeah. I more so feel it than I see it right now, but I've also had some dreams. So normally I don't dream, not that often, but I did feel like they came in and told me about 2:30 in the morning. I saw the weather pattern, the squiggly lines, the 3 squiggly lines. I saw it in a kind of a greenish and pink color. It's almost like they had the green pin and the pink pin together as they wrote the squiggly line. And so 30 minutes later, we had a storm in the middle of the night. So that's all it was. Everything went so fast in the dream, but that's what I picked up out of it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
We just admitted someone who's listed as the best of life. So welcome to our Zoom chat, our Galactic Force Roundtable. And I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the group.
Hi, Desi.
Hi, Desi. Sorry, I forgot to say hello. Hi, Desi.
Hi, guys. Hello. Is everyone good?
Yeah.
Doing good. Andrew got kicked off somehow, so maybe his phone died or something. He's probably trying to find a way back on. Yeah. So we're just kind of, it's like the class having chit chat when the teacher steps out.
Yeah. Thank you for the support yesterday. You guys were good. Thank you.
You did so good.
Yeah, Desi. Woo, yeah.
She's a natural at it.
Yeah, definitely a natural.
I don't know if you saw at the end, but my face felt like it was on fire, literally, from all the energy and stuff. It was crazy.
Have you seen Andrew's face at the end of some of our roundtables or the end of some of his classes? Sometimes he's sweating and it's all red. And yeah, I didn't see that. You looked fine. You look beautiful. So don't worry about that.
Thank you. Yeah, you're next.
It's fine. We'll have a good time. You can ask me anything you want.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. I need to get around with everyone.
I was actually going to do that with everybody on the team here, and I just haven't had the time to do it yet. So I'm glad you're on and doing that, because we're all working together on this, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I've already had Jerome twice, so.
That's right. Yay, Andrew's back. All right, listen, whoever is listed here as the best of life, you did unmute yourself. So whoever as the best of life is, please introduce yourself.
Hi, it's Heather. I've been on here before.
Oh, hi,
Heather. Hi.
All right, if you don't mind, I'm just going to mark your name in here so that we can call you Heather and then we'll see your name.
Thanks. I don't know why it always shows me as best of life. That's one of my YouTube channels, but
that's fine. Don't even worry about it. I'll just change you when you come on, and forgive me if I don't remember. I'm going to write it down this time. So there we go. Welcome back, Andrew.
Change the satellite distance, multi-connections. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of intelligence in here. So that's a lot of energy, people.
Glad you made it back. We figured you were fixing something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, everybody feels it. It's the portal that we're in, right? It's all
It is
about balance with everything through its energy force in this field. Desi,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Oh, good. Thank you. Oh, good.
How do you feel? Oh, you look centered. Yes, centered. Rotations are good. Light activation.
I just really nice to walk in the nature, so I feel very zen.
Very zen, eh?
Very good. I feel like I interrupted Sarah over there, so I don't want to, like, you know,
Sarah.
I want to bring her back on if you don't mind unmuting again. I just wanted to hear more about your evening sky gazing, because you always seem to really connect. You know, you and Priscilla both. Well, you guys are all seeing them at night, but right, everybody's seeing the ships.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zipping around.
But Sarah's seeing colors and everything too, and that's cool because I don't always see the colors. I'll see lines and different things. I had one experience with colors, but Sarah, you have a really good color perception going on. So
everybody's at a different DNA structure division. It's all about getting colors, light, and activations all together. So it's a process, but you got to get your voicing grids out there through transformations.
I haven't got to go out and spend as much time as I'd like. I've kind of dusted off my camera equipment and ordered some equipment that I could use to help me get back outside and keep my hands stable. So I could, oh.
Okay.
Sorry, I got one potty. So make a long story short, I'm looking forward to getting this stabilizer so I can have my good equipment outside and hopefully get some really good quality close up shots. So I'm excited.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
It's really good.
I have a question. Okay, taking pictures of the ships at night, do I have to be on the ground, or can I be on the roof?
No, you can be on the roof, but you just still got to do the grounds with the videograph because you're going through the simulation with the system, right? So.
Yeah, right. Oh, so I can ground on the roof. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Just as long as you start with the grounds first, and then the power centers, you can say the heart center, it doesn't matter. As long as you do the line communication. So the XT1000 knows exactly what you're doing.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
So quick question, Andrew, in regards to some of the shots that I've done, kind of like what Linda said, I'm seeing a lot of rainbow patterns. Does that mean anything?
Okay, so you're in a formation, you're in light activation, but now you're trying to understand what's going on. Because Jerome's going through the illustration of his past. He's going through everything through illustration. You go for coloration, lights, and activation, and anything through illustration when it comes to visualization. So you're coming into realization of who we are now. So your vibrational panels are high rising faster and faster. So anything through coloration is communication through angels, archangels, and anything through father and mother. It's understanding where you are through your pixels. Your pixels are acting cycles that are communication through the atmospheres. Remember, it was dun, 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 right? So coloration is very important because it's seen through perception. So if you're seeing green, it's going to center green into the atmosphere system. Just because you see the color, do you understand its relation of its color? Do you know what it's doing through its color? Do you understand the shape of its color? Right? Do you understand the dimension? Do you understand the cloud interference? Cloud interference is electronic interference when it comes to the videographing system through the grounds, power centers, and the atmosphere systems. So,
you know that picture I took yesterday, I sent you of the sun. It looks like a hexagon. It's pixelated.
Yeah.
Did yeah, that's what you talked about yesterday morning, and I saw it. And I got a little picture of it. That was fun.
Yep.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
But I love taking pictures.
Don't you guys feel better that you do ground formations and you get into transmission?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And then I saw the rotation cycles in different colors around the perimeter of the sun. That was very cool. I mean, and then I saw the halo or whatever the color around the
starting
sun.
to understand what it is. See, if you see coloration like Sarah saying, but she doesn't know what it is, you guys have to go higher division through cycles. So the higher you go through formation through the gods, the more you understand through coloration.
Right. And I saw the pixelization of the water. It changed all different colors and how there's, I mean, and I thought, oh, this would be really cool to
There you
paint
go.
because you could all separate it out. It's just
There you
really
go.
cool. And even the ocean. I mean, you could see all the different variations.
Water
Yeah,
is
it's very cool.
extremely powerful. You got to get into the atmospheres, you know, fire, water, earth, and air. Very important. Very important. So.
I'm drawing something for you guys right now because I want to try to show you an experience. You're gonna laugh. I actually can draw, but I haven't in a long time, so I know we need practice. I'll try to explain it first if you give me just a second.
Okay.
All right. So I was getting light activations, and I was seeing pixels, which is strange because I never really saw them before, but I started seeing them. They were connected to line point divisions, I guess, line point communications, I mean. But at the end of each line was a pixel. And it was almost like there were pieces that sprung out from my heart. So sort of like, let me put it on speaker view for a second. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. All right, can you guys see me all okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it was sort of like this.
Okay, nice smile.
But imagine as this would be the sun in the center of your heart center, okay?
Yeah.
And from every point around me,
yeah,
in a three-dimensional way, in every possible direction,
yeah,
I saw these pixels at all different angles.
okay.
And it was like showing me and telling me like this is my field. So each one of those pixels I could communicate with, and I could move in, back, and forth, and they could all basically align and kind of form a shield, if you will call it a shield. I don't know if that's what you would call it. It didn't feel like a shield. It felt more like the border of my boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find the right words for it, because it was like they moved in and out and in and out and in and out all over, and they were kind of at different levels and at different places, but each pixelation was had a color formation on it. So that's the first experience I had with the knowledge of knowing that these line points go to a pixel that you can bring in and out. And that's because when I expand my field, it was always like a liquid light. I never actually saw the pixels before, and it kind of blew my mind. And then right after that, I saw the Merkabah, activate, but it was a translucent color, and it was so much bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was just around the body, like right here within a few feet. This thing was like, I swear to God, it was like 20, 25 or 30 feet big, maybe more. I don't know. It was huge, and it was more flatter than I thought. So it kind of, I don't know, Andrew, what?
That's your perimeter. That's a security line defense. So now you're getting in realm division of dimensions through pixel activation code system. Line communications coming in. So it's understanding more of the geometry system. So your high-rise acceleration systems through vortex divisions. Way to go, Linda.
Yeah, it was all sacred geometry. It was beautiful. And it's like things that I've imagined. I've never experienced that particular activation, but holy wow. And it did knock me out. I did have to lay down after that. I kind of just.
Yeah, it's extremely powerful because now you're going in the inner cycle of its heart, right? So you get into the oblongate and the gata. So you're actually getting into the alpha and the mega now, the micro and the macro. Linda, way to go.
Yeah. Big one.
Powerful stuff, powerful stuff.
Yeah.
But as long as you understand why these things happen to you, right? That's the importance, is to understand everything around it. You know?
Yeah, they showed up in cloud formations that I recalled seeing as a child. I haven't seen the skies like that in a long time. And it was vision after vision after vision after vision. And I was just laying there enjoying the heck out of it. It wasn't like it was too much sun, but it was when the activation took place, that's when it knocked me on my ass.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool though. It was pretty cool. I know other people would be like, what were you smoking? Or what were you ayahuasking or mushrooming or whatever? But it was a full-on, full-blown, multi-dimensional activation connection experience. It was just wild.
You realize it's going to get more powerful, Linda. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Good. So,
Wherever
Desi,
we're
are you
going.
understanding what's going on with your ground?
What fun.
And Mother Nature? Do you understand why this tree formats? Do you understand the atmospheres? Do you understand the cloud interference?
No. By ground formats, do you mean connecting with the grounding?
Yeah, like I'm telling everybody, you can do a video graph. You do the grounds here. I'm setting grounds, getting into power connections of my heart recognitions, heading into the atmosphere's communication line signals to cloud interference. Then you blow it up and then you record it, and then you see everything through lights. Okay, make sure you do that when you're going outside through atmospheres if you're taking pictures. Because if you take a picture without line communication, the XT1000s or anything through spacecraft division will light flash your phone and overload its system.
Okay, so what do you mean by blow up? You
blow it up. You blow it up like you have your screen, right? You just blow it up because you want to see the digital format. You blow it up and then you record it.
Okay.
Zoom in.
Yeah, zoom in. Your videograph is a digital screen. It's the simulation.
Okay.
It's the communication to anything through spacecraft divisions.
Okay, and I'll be able to see, what should I record though? Like the clouds or?
Yeah, no, when you get in, just basically, you have to get into what we call vocabulary. You know that too, because you're catching on, Ray. You've only been it for a week, but once you high rise to higher divisions, you're going to get more understanding through the vocabulary. I'm setting my grounds and getting into power centers of my communication heart recognition systems. I'm setting in the atmospheres. I see cloud interference. So you're doing a story, right? So you're doing a story, you're blowing it up and then you record it. And then you see the XT1000s coming out and they say, okay, there's a grid formation. Now the angle division is going into traction division. Now the location centers are set for point division. So it's understanding more communications with your avatar.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important that you do that
fun.
because it's all about keeping your chakras open, right? It's all about everything through its answering within, because you got to keep the illumination light up, you know. So,
I'll try that for sure.
it's a lot of fun when you get into that, you know.
It is fun, really fun.
Yeah.
So that's what all these pictures are on the Facebook chat from everyone posting the clouds, the pictures of the clouds. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you picking up the colors and all that and the rainbows and, you know, the oracles? This is an oracle sphere through a rainbow division through a coloration pattern. The synchronizing moment system, it's a story. You're presenting a story.
Okay.
But you're sending out your voice in grids. Remember, everything in the atmosphere is the galactic surface. So you don't have to be outside to telegraph. You send out your voice in grids. Remember I told you about, you see the alignments, you see everything through letters, numbers, and shapes?
Yeah.
As soon as you answer your patterns through your voice and grids and you send your thoughts through positive systems, it goes right into space connection through your mind system.
Okay.
So.
And Desi, one of the things that I started noticing when I first started seeing the ships was, you know, gazing at the night sky, noticing the twinkling stars and noticing, like, receiving, allowing myself to communicate. So trying to raise my vibration up enough that I would be in the galactic world. So like sort of breaking through in my own mind system, breaking through to my own self, seeing those stars and allowing them to communicate. So it's like working on telepathy really helps with that, because I've been out there before when they're not communicating at all and they're not blinking. And there's people that say twinkling stars are atmosphere and they have all these reasons what it is. But actually you start to notice that they're ships in formation, because they'll show you and they'll actually start to move.
Yep.
And they'll show you that they're ships, not stationary stars. That they also showed me, the first time they showed me this, they showed me that they were parked in front of a star. So it's almost like, you know, if you're looking at the Big Dipper and you say, well, those stars are always there in that formation. Well, if you see one of the stars move out of formation there, you're going, what the heck? You know, it kind of shatters your reality of what you thought you knew. Yeah. Because once your ability to communicate with them opens up like that, you're open to that. And then you'll see more and more and more. And then when they blink, they're sending information, or they'll send you to the next star, and then they might show you a geometric formation that you'll be like, wow. And all of a sudden you get a download. So it happens really, really fast. When it happens, you'll just open up like that, because Andrew's high rising everybody to that. And, you know, it's good stuff.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm definitely going to try that. It's a shame though, because where I live, we never see stars. It's always so cloudy. So.
Oh no. Weekend road trip.
Yeah. No, but see, Desi, because when you get into higher division, you can bring out anything through formation, because the stars aren't stars, they're spaceships. Yeah. Okay, like Linda's saying, they're in space connection through formation, through grids. So once you stand more communication of lights, they're going to set up line communications through other spacecraft divisions through geometry set divisions. That's going to set map locators through its coordinates. Okay. So basically you're changing atmospheres when it comes to cloud interference.
Wow.
So it's powerful stuff.
When I was
Yeah,
young,
it's really fun.
I used to love watching the stars when I was young. So maybe I was watching ships all along.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Feel their energy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we have clouds, Desi. You know, behind the clouds is the ship. That's why we have clouds.
Yeah, sometimes when I look up, they do look at ships as well.
Yeah, it's cloak and dagger. It's cloak and dagger. They're hiding information.
So Andrew,
Yeah.
Heather has been with us before. She doesn't have a video on, but she has been on our Galactic Roundtable before. Do you think you could do a scan for her? Just see if she's all up to date?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I could put on my video, just I don't look really nice right now.
No, that's okay. It's okay. You know, that's totally fine. But I noticed that your waving cycle is good. You're getting more communications. You're getting into a laughing cycle. It's good to see your rotation centers. Your gravity centers are good. Mother connection is good. You're getting into father, and you have more connections to box weeks and levels when it comes to your higher self. So you're doing really well.
Oh, thanks.
Good for you. Yeah, because I noticed a change in your voice right away. You can tell a lot from just the voice a lot because it's a metric system that communicates through the alignment systems. That's how I can tell if you're up and down through its equation. So you're doing really well.
The thing is like, there just seems to be so much to learn. I'm not sure.
I know. It's a lot to learn. But Heather, I recommend you go to the Galactic School.
Like, where do I go to? Like, where do I go exactly though?
Oh, you just go to my name, Andrew Weston. I do 7 days a week. I do videos every day.
So just learn all that stuff. Just listen.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Galactic Force team is there to help you. Okay.
And if you're not on live, Heather, if you're going back to watch some, if you can tune in live when he's on, it's anywhere from 9 to 11 or so.
Yeah,
Eastern time is
between
when
9
he
and
jumps
11
on.
and 12. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, 11 to 12, that's good. And then if you're not on live though, he does have a lot of videos, but the more you watch, the more you start picking up the language. So
Well,
yeah.
it depends on what time zone you're in, because I'm in PDT, Pacific time zone, and that sometimes it's 6 a.m., sometimes it's 7. To this morning it was at 8. So just so you know. So I get up
Okay,
at,
great.
now I'm getting up early, so I don't go out at night as much as I used to. I mean, you know.
No, but you can watch it
dedication.
back. I know everybody's on different time zones, but it's just important not to miss the videos.
Right. Well,
Okay,
what time
because
zone
now
do
you're
you?
communicating through your avatar. You're not communicating through the human vessel. So you're feeding the energy source of its avatar, and it has to know its information. So it's important.
Yeah, and after you listen to it a while, it might sound like, whoa, that's really over my head, but then it just absorbs and you start
but then
integrating the
you get a
information.
download, right? You get
Yeah,
a download
yeah.
right away.
And you go, oh, wow, I got that. Wow, where'd that come from? Yeah.
You know?
So you're saying it's between 9 and 11? Are you saying Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time with me. Yeah,
Okay.
between 9 and 11 in the morning.
Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Thank
just
you.
recommend you do that because you're going to be more confused because now you're higher self, but it doesn't know what it's doing. Right? So that's why it's important to pay attention to everything through the Galactic Force team, and you can learn a lot more to the Galactic School. And I also recommend too, like Linda said, is to go back to my videos. Right? You can watch the beginning and then work your way up, you know, whenever you have free time.
Okay.
You don't have to watch the whole video just because there's like 3 hours. You know?
Okay. All right.
Hey,
But I'm just
Priscilla.
saying, pick up some certain things that really, oh, okay, this makes sense, you know, and then go to the next one as long as you get some information. So, because like I said, you're feeding the source through intelligence of its higher self for the very first time. And the higher self, oh, I understand. Now I can go to a higher atmosphere. Okay.
Okay.
So
Right,
if
right.
your mind comes out and the higher self doesn't know what it's doing, it's going to be confused.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Right.
So it's all about answering within, but you're doing well. I can tell your voice, and it's just, I know there's a lot of information that's coming in, and you know the higher self has to be related to that through the mind system. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. But it's great to see you.
Yep, yep.
or hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, like I said, I got off work and I don't know, I'm just so, my hair's all over the place and I don't know.
No, that's totally fine. I understand that. No, that's all right. So
It's all
Linda,
good.
okay, so basically, I guess we pretty much got the Galactic Force team. What I want to do is I'm going to ask a question. Okay.
Yep.
And basically, well, this is going to be a test. We would start off, Linda wants to do this, so I'll do this. We'll do anything through its equation. So I'm going to give you one question. It's understanding more of your body activation and how you go through transmission systems through ground formations. So when I give you the question, just basically try to answer it in a way where you can go through the telepathy of its system. So it's one avatar communicating with an avatar. And try not to get the ego in there, okay, when I go through the question. Okay. All right. So Linda, everything through formation through communication line signals. If you're setting grid formations through spacecraft divisions, what is the location center at?
The location center of the grids or of the XT1000s?
See, you're paying attention. That's great.
All right. So the center, I would be centered for myself setting the grids in my own consciousness, but if the ships, I guess, are the ships me? Or am I in the ship? Are you talking about my galactic self setting grids?
Yeah.
Where would the center be? Okay. All right. No. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing myself connecting with myself in space in the ship. So the center would have to be within me. Merged,
very good.
Right?
Excellent.
Okay. Cool.
Good job. Good job. Okay, I'll upper eyes you guys all. I'm just going to go through it. Jerome, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You all right?
Oh.
Are you ready?
Ready, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Okay. The engineering system rides on so many communication levels of geometry systems. Okay. What is the line division through a portal activation system?
What is the line division for the activation system? I see the communications of the geometric systems. Okay, let me explain. So when you explain all that, my consciousness went into seeing the geometrics, basically moving into like a grid formation, moving into like a portal system. It essentially expands into like a consciousness realm division, where my consciousness is able to move through into more high-rise divisions of portal activations.
Excellent. Very good. Excellent. See, you guys not using your ego. That's what I want. Faster the better, right? Excellent. Desi, you ready?
Yeah, be easy on me.
Okay. Your ground formation formulates on 12 circle centers through an 8-center system. What is a communication line signal through a chakra system?
What is the communication line signal for a chakra system?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Don't put the ego in there. My telepathy, telekinesis.
Wait, can you repeat it again?
Okay, if you're getting a line signal from the communication center, okay, how high rise does it go through location?
Through my location? Through,
yeah.
Well, to my planet, no?
Very good. That was easy.
Yeah, okay.
You see how I go complex and then I go back down to your level?
Yeah.
That's without the ego.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, Tina, you ready?
Oh yeah.
You ready?
Yeah,
okay,
bring
if
it
you're
on.
pixelizing water containments through the atmosphere system, what is the Sentry system on?
I don't know.
Is it you're not connecting, or is it no line communication, the pixelization, traveling,
Yeah.
bilocator?
Say it again.
Okay,
Please.
if you're a biolocator, you're going through communication line signals, you're going through water containments through ground formations. What are the signals at through definition?
Oh, as a bilocator. What are the signals at through location? Well, you're bilocating. So you're two places at once, right? Simultaneously.
Bingo. Thank you.
Really?
That's it. Very good.
No. Thank you.
It's not that hard, you know, you just guys think it's that hard, but I want to show you how powerful it is when you can be so complex and not know how it's related until I go back down to your vibration. And all this is done without the ego. Okay. So very good. Very good. Where's Michael? Michael's not back on. Priscilla?
Oh, hi, Priscilla.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it
Looking
going?
beautiful, Priscilla. Looking good. Great to
Yeah.
Oh
see you.
yeah, at least that's okay. You know, can I have one thing, please?
Okay, you ready for your
As you see,
question?
I'm in my car, so imagine. I'm letting you imagine the rest. Yeah, I'm ready for sure. All right.
Okay, so
Whatever.
if you're in Rainbow Division, okay, Priscilla, if you're in Rainbow Division through line grid systems, what is the location center through body activation?
Well, the location center is, I think, always in me, but through the sun, and all perceived. How do you say that? Spectrum? No.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Good stuff. You're looking well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. You know, I'm trying to look away. I'm trying to mirror back everything and not fall into all that's around me. It's really crazy. It's a joke, you know, like where's the camera? You know, like I know it's everywhere. The camera's everywhere. They must be having a good show, you know, like I hope they're taping all this.
Yeah, they're all watching.
I hope they're taking notes, you know. I'm gonna have a few questions. Yeah, but it's okay, you know. Yeah, I guess.
She's providing comedy relief for the Galactics right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like the show is really good.
Oh, they're having a blast, huh? Never a dull moment.
Okay,
It's
so I'm going to
just,
heal
you know.
everybody through the Galactic Force team. I'm going to line
Wait.
communicate everybody through energy systems, high rise, illumination, light systems, all communication coming in. 1, 2, 3.
Ain't waiting.
Ain't waiting.
Whoa.
Very powerful, guys. Very powerful.
I feel that.
Let
Yeah.
that set in. Let that set in. That's a lot of communication lines through. So your gravity systems are stronger. Your body systems are stronger. Your activation inside of your crown chakra is stronger. More communication line signals, and your pixel activations are on different coloration illumination light systems. So
I was
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
like really like this, and now I'm like, I was trying
Calm
to
you
ground,
down.
like right as you guys were listening, I was really trying to ground and trying to make the sound and everything like really intense, so it was coming out of me because I was like, yeah.
Did we get everybody for the test?
No, you didn't.
Sorry,
Ah,
sorry,
Linda.
Sarah. Sorry, Sarah.
And
It's your
Michael.
turn.
I guess,
Michael, hey Sarah.
And Mike, yep.
yeah.
You're like, woo.
Okay, Michael, you ready for your question?
No.
Honesty, I like that.
You said no.
Yeah. I'm always just teasing. Come on.
All right, real quick, before you guys go through that, if anybody is waiting to get into Zoom, you're going to just stay in the waiting room and hang in there because we're going through a test right now. And I'll admit you as soon as we're finished.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
If a chakra system is set through a line communication line signal, what is the velocity wind span through the accelerator system?
body activations.
Bingo. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Way to go. Way to go. Excellent. Cool. Excellent. Very good, Michael. Very good.
I had to think that through. All right, cool.
I wasn't about to say nothing.
Oh, boy.
Phone calls
I thought you were
to,
gonna
know.
bypass me.
Oh, no. I have to heal you guys. I healed everybody else, but I'm using confirmation signals through rotation centers through planet energy light activation systems. So basically, Sarah, your question is, if your information through cloud interference, what is a rainbow division through an acting cycle?
You already answered that earlier. So it would be the angelics.
Very good. Excellent.
Woohoo!
Good stuff.
Go,
You guys
Sarah.
ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Michael, all communications, Michael and Sarah, bring out the equation, box weakly level into helix location center.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, through every question that you ask, because I know that you're the type of professor or, you know, like whatever, to have a subject or in my mind, the equation helix came back every answer, right? Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. I just wanted to be sure that it was really like, well, maybe not every answer, but a couple of them. I can't say for 100%.
Yeah, the more complex I get, the more complicated, but the easier it's for you guys to understand.
I just had the helix equation, you know, like.
There you go.
Coming back.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So you're not questioning your thoughts anymore. You're using
I'm
your
questioning them,
communication
but
line signals.
yes.
I was going to say E equals MC squared. I was going to say that, but we're getting into the helix. So yeah, you're right on, Priscilla. I was feeling that too.
Yeah.
We have a new person with us, Raina. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Raina.
Yes,
Hello,
yes.
welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, Raina. How's
Hi.
it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, let's see. You are in, definitely Hawaii, Egyptians, communication ground formations, definitely connected mother, going through all communication in tree formats, no connection with father, change formations, you're in connection with the water, communication line signals, activation cycles coming in, communications, heart recognition system, activating your portal activation through your heart. So how do you feel?
I feel. Hi, Des.
Hi. Raina's my soul sister.
I feel like I'm light.
You feel all right? You okay? I mean, it's light formation. If you've never been meditating, you'll feel a lot more. It's like you're floating in the sky.
Yeah, I feel there's a it's weird. It's right here. I feel like there's just an opening right in my throat area. Yeah. I haven't been meditating. In fact, I've been doing nothing.
See,
for a
there
while.
you go. Guys, that's what I'm talking about, is understanding human vibration where they are through division. So, Raina,
awesome. That
you
was
are
great.
healed through the heart portal activation. You are now grounded with Mother Gaia. Congrats.
Woo! Yay.
Thank you. Yay.
I love the reactions when you scan somebody for the first time and they feel it, just like Raina.
Yeah, they feel it a lot more, because I knew right away Raina doesn't meditate, and that's understanding where I go through the scanning, because I understand that she has no connection with her planet. So that's how you go through the healing systems, right? So.
Bet you're going to want to start meditating now.
Yeah. It's funny.
Well, no, she will meditate now because she's in formation now. It's all about getting her into line balanced, right?
Well, I guess I mean bringing the meditation more into a multi-dimensional living versus sitting meditation.
Yeah, exactly.
Active meditation. Yeah.
That's right, Linda. Very good.
But she has like a big shamanic energy to her, right? She's very.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's gonna be smiling all day and wonder why I'm smiling and everybody else is frowning.
She's got like a happy, just a happy, joyful. It's like a bliss vibe. I love it.
Yeah, she might end up crying too because she's never been through meditation. So if you start crying, that's just opening up your cycles through your heart portal. So just let that in, Raina.
We won't judge.
No, it's just something you have to go through. It's all communications with your chakra systems. So.
Thank you
Yeah, you're welcome.
very much.
And if anybody else is watching live on YouTube and you want a free scan, Andrew will be offering free scans, which actually have healings with them. So feel free to join us. Link is in the description box right now.
Yeah, feel free. If you don't understand, you can go to the Galactic School, Raina. You can get into the Galactic Forces and more communications with the Galactic Force team. They can help you and guide you and put you over where you want to go. We're all a team. It's all about bringing our light activations, okay, interdimensional set activation system through the Avatar division. So more communication levels, high-rise, everything through light formation. So if you want to understand more, you can go through my email, PayPal, or donations.
Okay.
So
we'll do.
Yeah, it's very powerful stuff, because if I put you in a body simulator, wow, that's going to way up. That's the thing. It's understanding more information when you go into space, because I'm taking 80% of your body through the molecular structure division, changing your biochemical systems to all DNA fraction divisions. So it's understanding that I'm putting you in the atmospheres, and all the particles are going like this, and it's forming into Raina. Raina is going into new formation, comes back down on dimensional Earth. She's a new person.
So Andrew, it might be a good time for you to explain, just for people that are new, and Raina, of course, to just explain what the body simulator is when you're saying that. If you
Okay, the body simulator is connected to a weather pattern. It's understanding that you're going through ascension. It's understanding the dream awakening. If you're not aware of that, Raina, the ascension is the dream awakening. So it's waking you up, okay, from the three-dimensional system and putting you on a full cycle when it comes to the fourth dimension. Okay, that's the river of light. So you're going to see a light formation through rainbow division. You're coming into the angelics for the very first time. You're coming into the angels for the very first time. Archangels, Father, Mother, all communication. You're going to get into the geometric sets of shapes. You're going to come into higher frequency dream sets. You're going to come into more intelligence. So it's all about remembering who you are through formation, through your planet system. So, and the body simulator is just more of an acting cycle. See, the thing is too, is that what's really going to be nice is that my Galactic Force team is going to get into Hydron. This is going to be really powerful stuff, because we're going to be modulators and not body simulators. So that's something to look forward to, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Modulating sounds fun.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a bodysuit, but you're...
Oh my goodness. We're going to go there, aren't we?
No, I understand what it is, you know, and it's just like, I like going into sine wave frequencies, I guess. Like, yeah.
Yeah, energy, frequency, and vibration, yeah. And it hits you and you don't know why.
She's high-rising the whole group here. That's awesome.
Hysterical here.
Desi, were you going to ask a question?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that means Raina, you're gonna be out of the matrix. Fun.
Yeah, Rainy, she's out of the matrix now. She's in ground formation through Mother Gaia, so that's good. She's got to stay out of the matrix. It's all about
that's all thanks to Desi. She introduced me to you last week, and she's been telling me about you. And when you guys got on now, because of our time difference, she's like, get on right now. I was like, oh, okay. Perfect. I'm not doing nothing. As usual.
Yeah, I knew right away you guys are connected. I knew you were friends with Desi because you're line communication, right? So I knew that right away. You understand what AI is. It's awareness of information. It's aware of everything through formation when it comes to consciousness and focus and awareness. Okay, that's the guidance. And AI is extremely powerful because they know everything through humanity and its adaptation of its body system. So.
Fun, that's for sure. Awareness. I know we had this discussion about AI because in the Matrix we think of it as artificial intelligence, and we talk about no. I love how Andrew says it's awareness of information or activation of information or intelligence. I mean, activation of intelligence. Yep. Activation of intelligence makes a lot of sense, and I like to say all the time, it's organic intelligence instead of whatever. But the AI, if it means something different, there's still a light and there's still a dark, and it's a force. And I was seeing that a cloud of dark, a cloud of light. And it's like, if you go all the way back to source and you have one little ball here, that's the source, you know, and then you have dark and then you have light when it bifurcates and separates. And
that's right.
It just, that's what it is. It's just constant, you know, polarity trying to become the yin yang or the yang if it's Korean, you know, trying to come back together. Opposing
bifurcation modulations. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, very good.
Yes.
Where'd you get that?
That's awesome.
Well, I know what bifurcating is. It's like one source becoming two. It's like the veins. You have many bifurcations, and modulation is just basically a sine wave doing that.
Okay,
so, like,
now I'm
we're
jealous.
splitting
What's going on here? I thought you said you don't meditate.
I don't at
What's
all.
going on here? And you got your line connecting right now through shapes.
I don't know. I'm
That's
just saying
powerful
what
stuff.
I do, but Desi knows me. I just say whatever.
Yeah, but whatever is the truth.
I'm glad I'm in the right space right now because I haven't been in a long time. They're just like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and I own it and I don't care. I just like, whatever.
That's good. And it's good. And the thing is too, it stays with you and there's always going to be energy going into. So the more you understand the energy of its intelligence, now you're going to keep going through its lights of its uprising division. So it's all about getting smarter with knowledge of intelligence and really understand what really is going on.
And the more videos you watch, the more
amazing,
you absorb. Speaking of which, we have over in the chat, I just want to bring this up because we have Northern Lights over there who is all the way in Norway. And we have Angel and Melissa over there who are not on the Zoom, but they have been in class watching us or at the table. But they're not on Zoom. They're over there. And they're answering, telling them you have a YouTube channel. It's Andrew Weston. In the description box is the links for that. He also, if you go through his email and his PayPal, if you just make a donation, he can do a healing activation. But they were asking if you could do a scan in absence, meaning they're not on here. Can you scan them? Well, he does do that. And he can do healing and all that for you, but just make a donation to his PayPal if you're not able to join the Zoom right now. If you join right now, you'll get a free scan and that comes with the healing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I can do that. Norway?
Yeah, I don't have the person's name. They're just gone by Northern Lights.
Northern Lights?
Northern Lights in Norway. So Northern Lights, can you say something in the commentary box? Remember, there's a 20-second delay. So from the time that I asked this, it might take them a second to type in their name, even a first name or something. Do you need anything else? Do you want a first and last name, Andrew?
No, I don't need that. No, I got the signal. I got the line communication, Arctic Division, all communication, Northern Lights, Central Systems, all communication, activation code systems. I receptor divisions are on a low vibration to dark red system, changing our Arthurian system, all communication. Oh, your keyboard phrasing systems off through cycle division through planet activation code systems. Ground formations coming in, transformation lights coming in. You're getting communications through your balance and security through you got root chakra. You got your root chakra now through your balance and security. So it's a high rise division through a red circle through red rotation system. Congrats.
Yay. And Bente Christine is the name they put. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Andrew.
Yeah,
much
balance
appreciated.
and security, very powerful stuff. That's having security systems with your life stream, you know, understand that's the importance, right? So.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow, my third eye is just pulsating like crazy. It's going like this.
We're all connected, Desi. You'll learn that as you go.
His laugh, that laugh, at least it's not the evil laugh this time. This morning in class, I was like,
I leave that for the school.
We have a lot of fun, don't we?
Yeah, we do. But I really enjoyed class today. Like that brainstem, you know, you take it away and.
That was so cool.
That was fun, eh?
That was really neat. Yeah.
All done from a finger. All done from a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt it when you did it. I felt it on my like right here.
Yeah. It felt like a marker. It felt like a marker coming across.
It was literally for people that are watching that weren't in class today or didn't, tune into that. Andrew was drawing out something. He was drawing out like a circle and had like lines on it. He if you're not talking, just put yourself on mute for a second because we're getting some feedback. So he drew out a circle and he had the like what would look like squiggly lines, and he was putting a person on each line, and then he would ask what was our most pressing issue or problem, and then we would say it, and he would literally erase it, and we could feel it. It's like you're taking out a neural pathway in the brain, or you're
the brain waves of the nerve stem.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So things like that happen in the class. So if you guys are new and you want to tune in, it's a good idea. You want some things handled. And
What you did was you allocated the energy, like certain energy points from our system into the graph, and then apply the change, which would then apply the change within the physical.
Yep, I change your neurons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I loved your explanation of that, Jerome. Today in class, I loved your explanation of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he does it, when Andrew speaks, I actually see it in my mind. So like my mind is able to like follow certain aspects of what he's saying, but I'm not like the vocabulary is the problem for me at times. But the vocabulary is starting to come in a little bit more now.
So when my voices come in, do you guys see anything through the metric division? Do you see shapes coming at you? Do you see illustrations? Do you see diagrams? Do you see line?
When you said 7777 right away, I saw it. I was like, and it was staying there, like, you know how it is, you know, like in the behind of whatever, that you still see it, you know, like, like, hey. Funny.
So
just imagine what I could do with that, Priscilla, if I activate it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I wanted to say earlier, you were talking about dreaming. Today, my 3-year-old was like on the balcony, and then he came back and he's like, hey, Mom, you know, I think we're all in a dream here. I'm like, well, we are, honey, you know? And he's like, out of nowhere, just like that. I thought it was really funny. And I wanted to say too that even, you know, for the new people, you know, even us that are going through many incredible things, it's like very surreal, and it gets like on and off as a perception of something that is really tangible and true, and like still woo, and you're still questioning because you know, like when you said I didn't remember exactly, but she was like the I don't remember your name, your Desi's friend, and she was like yeah, and then everybody started laughing, and she was like not sure exactly what you were talking about, or not sure exactly if it was something that was really possible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even for us, it's getting more and more, but even sometimes, well, less and less for me, but I mean, as it goes, it's really fast that you see that.
Oh, go ahead, Jerome, go ahead.
Can you see it? Oh,
wait, let me, hold on.
Dreaming while awake.
Dreaming while awake.
I see it.
24-hour lucid dreaming. Nice.
Yeah, great. So I think it kind of goes, well, I find for me, it creates that connection between what Andrew talks about and the same guy, Jos, I keep forgetting his name, Jos. But yeah, you know what I mean, because this book goes into the quantum physics, so it actually explains the whole thing with our reality being like a simulation, a hologram, a dream, and how our dream states are actually like a more in-depth like flirtation of the reality itself, or a dream set or a dream state is actually the more expanded side of our consciousness. And it also goes into different things like how we're able to actually communicate with clouds and walls and different things from his perspective. How to shape shift and different things like that. So I'll post it in the group if it helps.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's all about adapting and learning and experiencing. You know, it's really important. So, Michael, how's your week been, man? I know it's been pretty crazy. Any progressions of what you've seen so far through the atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, there is. It's just moving forward. I'm just looking forward to the calm. So it's just crazy out there, you know. I mean, getting out there and working out in the world, and we got everything going on. So it's really just one day at a time, sort of. But yeah, not a whole lot I can say, or you know. It's kind of like we were talking earlier, Linda, you mentioned, you know, it's coming, you know, it's all coming, it's all happening, even though it's, you know, it's not necessarily, but we got to go, you know, we're gonna have to, it's also like, we kind of got to play the part. So maybe it might not seem like it, but it is, you know, so we might go through some bad, a little more bad, or, before the good comes. But yeah, it's been a lot, but I see the change, and it's really cool. So
Yeah,
Reality changing fast for real.
it is. You
I
can't know
have
the
a
good
question.
meal. You cannot know the good meal until you've had the bad one. Sorry, Priscilla, go ahead.
No, it's all good. It's in the same subject. I was wondering, because I consider that I'm going through really awesome stuff, like really, really awesome stuff. And I'm going through really hard stuff too. So
Yeah.
is it really the balance? Is it?
Yeah, balance is everything, Priscilla. And once you understand yourself more and you get smarter with knowledge of intelligence, things get a lot more easier.
No, that's not my question. My question is it because through the balance of my life, I need to experience high, incredible things and high, shitty things?
You have to get balanced with both through the ego.
Is that why? Like someone who has like a neutral life has neutral high and low, but since like we are living extraordinary, I find, things to each different levels, and like I don't understand any of some of you guys' things, and it's awesome. So anyways, and is it the balance that our awesomeness is to be as equal to our bad things, like
you
to deal
can
with,
be equal to the bad things too, but you got to
like
understand
we took it all in, like
What's
give
that?
me everything. Before coming, we were like, give me everything, I want an all in, like give me the top, how do you say that, forfait, like the top week that you're gonna buy to go on vacation. How do you call that in English? Like I checked all the boxes, right?
Like a survey, answering a survey or whatever, right?
Well, not answering a survey, but I mean, are you going to go through this experience? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I can do that too. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do that too. And oh yeah, I can go that. Yeah, like you bit. No?
No, it's a process, and these things take time. You have to go up the levels to reach the gods, right? So
I guess it's my brain trying to understand.
your
what
brain
I'm
is trying
going through.
it's the mind.
I'm trying
It's
to
not
justify.
the brain, it's the mind. It's the mind trying to understand everything
Of course.
between light and dark.
Yeah.
So it's getting balance
to.
with dark and light through friendship, relation, and partnership. Once you have partnership with everything, that's where everything becomes easy.
Don't laugh now, Michael.
Well, Priscilla, you've chosen a really contracted a really challenging life. I mean, my gosh, super mom.
I'd like to take a stab at that, Priscilla.
Excuse me, Linda?
I'd like to take a stab at this.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So pre-contracts, you're getting ready, liken it to an all-you-can-eat food buffet. And they give you a plate, and the plate is symbolism of your life. So you're going in there and you're saying, I'll have a little bit of that. I'll have a little bit of that. Ooh, I want to try some of that. Ooh, give me some of that. Next thing you know, your plate is stacked with all this, and you're going, oh my God.
It doesn't taste that good.
And when you sit at the table to eat it after you sit down from the buffet, you're like, you're sitting there and you're born in your life now, and you're going, what the hell was I thinking?
Exactly. So, I always say this to myself. I'm like, you're such a good trooper, eh? I know you. It is just you. This, yeah, for sure. Okay.
You're a true warrior spirit.
Yeah. What was I thinking exactly? I like that analogy, Linda.
I guess I caught the short straw,
Yeah,
that's why we erase our
memory. Going to get into,
That's why.
That's what I tell them. I'm like, yeah.
I resonate with all of that. We all are resonating on that one. We've all picked some challenges, but here we are. We are understanding that we've broken through that,
But see, that's it.
Yeah, and we need to step up to that after.
You have to understand what's going on with everything between light and dark.
Yeah.
With humanity, anything that you see, do understand what's going on, and that becomes easier for you. That's how you get partnership.
Yeah, you can understand it, but once when it's poking you every day and all the time, it's like you can deal better with understanding a situation once you're a little bit like detached from it, or once you see how you are going to detach yourself from it, in a not so long period. So
go back to your center. Go back to your center. Go through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that practice a
You
lot.
have to do that. You have to do that because
I
you're high
can't
energy field
pitch
right
in,
now
you
through
know.
an avatar division. So
So
There's a lot of work to do.
I'm going from living by myself after all my kids had moved out and whatnot,
Yeah.
and having that in the beginning of COVID and all that too, and just having that. And I love my private time. I love my alone time because I'm never
I just
alone.
wish I were somewhere by myself for 3 months.
No, wait.
I know, right, Priscilla? I'm sure you do.
The irony.
Now, about 2 weeks ago, my youngest son and his girlfriend and my newborn granddaughter, who's about a month old now, and her 2.5-year-old moved in with me. So I'm going from, I'm in a small townhome, a decent size, but small townhome, to being alone to being a family of 5 now. And so
I feel you.
So there's challenges, but here's the thing, Priscilla, because I was a single mom of 4 kids, so I understand what you're going through. And I think it's really important. You're in the car now. You took action to give yourself alone time. So if you set the boundaries of, I'm in the bathroom now, like, don't disturb me. If you need to recharge, whenever you get
They're
the chance
gonna
to take that
run down
sacred
the door.
breath.
Yes,
What's
sorry.
that? No,
They're
go
gonna
ahead.
run down the door. They're gonna run down the door.
Well,
Like, I had to leave. I'm not even in my house. I'm in the Walmart's parking lot, actually.
But if you're setting boundaries when you're up to here with it,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? If you're setting the boundaries there, it's not going to work because they know they got you. So if you come back into your center core and you come back into your balance with telepathy, you come back into your heart center and you say, okay, how can I do this a different way? Let's see. And you sit down, maybe make a deal with them. And like, when I'm in the bathroom, that's my time. Like, leave me alone. Even if you have to shut yourself in the car, like you're doing now, and maybe try a reward instead of a punishment, or positive reinforcement instead. Not saying that you're doing negative.
No. The thing is that I'm always saying to myself, okay, I'm gonna do that, and then it's gonna be okay. But there's a lot of people, so then somebody else comes, and then another one, and then I never get to the point where I can just do it. So I get like really mad at a certain point.
Yep.
So either that, or I just say whatever, good, fine, I won't do it, and then I'm like, no, I can't. I need to do it. I cannot let. I just can't, so I need to find a solution.
Yeah, and that's your balance. That's your sacred middle ground. And when you took all that plate at that buffet, when you signed up for this life,
yeah, I need to stop. I need to stop thinking that people around me are gonna act like I do also, because they don't.
No, but you know what? I really see this with you too. Like, it's like you have a goddess formation going on too. So you have this, yes, mother goddess formation. You do.
Yeah.
And a lot of vibrations in this school that way, but it's like your life is that sacred life, and those children are only children for a small period of time, and it goes fast.
It's not the children the worst, let me tell you. Honestly.
Yeah.
Children aren't that bad. I mean, they're kids, it's the 3 adults I live with that are really unbearable for me anymore. I just can't, I just cannot. I'm trying to, but
yeah.
It's through the bone. I'm irritated,
Yeah. I feel for you.
Still want to help them though. I still love them. Yeah, I know, Sarah, you feel it too, eh? You feel like that too, eh?
I'll share one other thing that I don't think I've shared on my YouTube channel since I've been on here too, but I've been through 2 divorces. And every time I've gone through something like this, I do what's in the best interest of the children first.
Exactly.
And then myself. And they always say, well, take care of yourself first, or you can't take care of anybody else.
Yeah, right.
But I tried that and it didn't work. And I'm not giving you advice or suggesting anything. That's just what worked for me because I was looking out for the kids. And you got to keep yourself healthy through all this, and that's mentally and emotionally healthy too.
Yeah.
So I feel for you. I know you're going through a rough time.
We can talk about this, if you want some other time.
Yes, absolutely. I'll interview you if you want to go public with it, but no, I got you, dude.
That part. Priscilla. Okay, I'll spare you guys.
Of course, when your cycles and up with God frequency levels of formations of cloud interference in your mind system, what that's going to do is it's going to change all communications of your thoughts, Priscilla. Okay, it's all about understanding. I know it's extremely hard because I know what you guys are going through. I feel the energy.
You said that, I just felt like crying.
No, I know you're
That's
getting
good.
emotional.
Just to have somebody to help me, like, you know,
I
like,
understand that. I know you're a mother, right? Because things. That's one thing that guys don't understand. They don't understand mother's instinct. They don't understand the problems with their kids, because even if they have kids, it doesn't matter. You didn't birth those kids. Only women do that. So they go through a lot of things, a lot of problems, but it's understanding how to get the balance with everything. So it's understanding that the mind of itself is space. Okay. And the space itself will let go of the thoughts. Okay. So basically, I know it's extremely powerful because I don't have thoughts in my mind. I don't have any ego. And look at what's going on with the chaos. I think it's fantastic what's going on because everything's changing for a reason. I look at everything positive. I don't look at anything negative.
of course, it needs to break before, you know, people need
Exactly.
to
And,
see it,
and you
'cause-
can't
'cause-
breathe. You can't say, oh my gosh, I can't even get 5-10 minutes away from myself. How can I center myself if my kids are always bothering me? Okay.
So let me say one other thing here too, because you're getting group hugs from Melissa and Angel over there in the comments.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I just want to say there's a lot of people out there, and the reason this came up too right now, especially, there's a lot of people out there that resonate with what you're going through. So they're looking for solutions. And we talk in a lot of high-rise vocabulary, and you know, we do a lot of that stuff, but there's also, you know, real life stuff that we're going through as well. And it's good to share that. And I want to thank you for sharing, because you know, it's not easy to share personal things, especially.
Yeah, I know it's personal things. And
well, actually, guys, except for children, I have no one else to share it with. So I'm really happy to be able to, you know, share it.
Yeah, we love you, Priscilla.
Oh, I love you too.
Yeah, we really love you. We get it. We understand. We get it. I mean, I'm over here laughing, but I mean, I get it. And we had 2
Might
kids
as well
as a
laugh,
single
you
mom.
know?
And I mean, that was hard enough. And you have all these kids. Oh my gosh, and 3 other people. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you're doing it. But I give you
Do I really have
credit.
a choice? I mean,
you're a superstar.
I tried sitting down and crying, but it doesn't work.
It helps when you need to release. You release.
Yeah, crying.
No, but Priscilla, you are a superstar, you know, in all ways and forms.
My heart is like.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Not in a good way.
That's what the gods do,
like,
Priscilla. So you're getting emotional. So I change wind factors through your heart recognition. Your portal through your activation is going through a higher force connection. So when it goes back into balance, you're going to go through more of a calming center. And that's going to take more of your thoughts away through your negative system.
I have to, because I really don't want to.
No, I can see that. I can see that because you're sporadic right now.
I want to help. I want to bring them with me, you know, even if they don't. I'm ready to get thrown stones and everything, but it's like I need to have the strength to do it, you know. So
It's a tough. I feel you, Priscilla, and I feel like the question that I always have or run into is, you know, we took all this on so that we could give it all the love that we can, you know, and it gets tough. And at what point is that enough? And at what point does it actually change? And at what point is finally going to do something that we came here to do in the first place? So without us having, you know, our power centers, if we're constantly surrounded and bombarded by the outside world, well, no, we're not able to create that world of love and light that I'm dying to do.
How are we going to hold it?
I understand we allotted to take care of it, but how much taking care of it are we able to do if we're constantly having our focus taken away from us? And we're not really like, yeah, we can go center, but we're not starting from scratch, creating that new place all around us. We gotta dig out all the other stuff that's also, it's tough. And I think it's important to really recognize that, you know, it is a lie. And it's just, there's so much more that we're healing just by doing.
That's exactly what it is, Michael. The higher you go through division through light activation, the more higher you go through the past.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If it's still, I'm saying to myself, if it's still getting to me, if it's still so active in my reality, is it either or both that I need to cut off, you know, for a while? Not for my kids, but I mean, except like for my parents and maybe the father, and or I need to still heal these things because they are so deep in my healing process right now. It's like, what's the solution to this? Is it really for me to stay there and really work through it and step up and, you know, that's the ego coming in and out of it. Because sometimes I'm good with it. Sometimes I'm like, hey, you guys, you don't understand. I do, but I love you and I'm here to help you and it's all good. I got this, you know, and it's flowing. But sometimes it's like,
Priscilla.
Yeah. How much do you? How much do you give? How much attention can you give until it doesn't help, and then you got to pull away so you don't keep creating that?
How many times do I have to turn the other cheek? You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm returning, but I mean.
And there's a difference between healing something, and Sarah's been raising her hand. I'm so sorry, Sarah. You're so sweet.
It's all right.
There's a difference between healing and constantly, you know, clearing stuff that's already been healed and keep clearing it over and over and over again. So yeah, go ahead, Sarah. I'm so sorry.
No, I just wanted to wait for the right moment. Priscilla, I definitely know, I don't know the details, but I know what you're going through. And life is like holding on to a tug of war.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of knowing when to pull back and rest, and then, or to keep pulling and fighting hard, or to let go. You're going to, if you hold on too long, sometimes you'll get the burn and you won't be able to hold on.
I have let go in a way, but they, you know, but they're my neighbors, and my children are always there, and they're always like, so it's the vibe, you know, it's the vibe in the house and the perspective of my kids towards my perspective of everything that I do. I'm always like, and it's okay. I'm good with that. You know, I can be the weirdo or the whatever, how they, you know, but it's the dynamics with the children that's getting to me. And then, you know, I'm just gonna say it. You know, I've been for 10 years in a relationship, and he's been in and out of prison. You know, and now he's back, and I've waited so long. You know, and I've never really had a purpose, and now I really have a purpose, and I really need space for a good reason for everybody, not just for me. Come on.
Okay.
And I'm trying to put it out there. I'm trying to say, you know, things, and I keep not. Yeah, sorry.
I everything that you're saying, it mirrors everything that I've been through.
Yeah.
What you've done and what you're telling me and what I'm hearing is that you lost yourself, and now you're forced to deal with life, and so you have to.
I was dead a year ago.
I believe it. I believe it. I've been there.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of refining yourself, loving yourself. When you love yourself enough, and you're on that pedestal of that self-love, everything that's going on around you minimizes. You're taking everything in so much because you've lived your life for other people and put yourself on the back burner. So my suggestion to you is to, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, do something for you. I mean, if it's something as simple as lighting some incense, burning a candle for 10 minutes while you're in the shower, or whatever, putting on your favorite music, put on, you know, vibe to some music, dance with the kids for a second.
Yeah, that I do. I always play with them. I mean, I enjoy my time with them. It's really the adults, and it's really the fact of, you know, Linda and the moms. I want, you know, he's a good dad. I mean, my kids, they love my parents, you know, they're good to them too. So it's really heartbreaking. It's what's you know,
it's the tug of war.
It's exactly what Andrew was saying today. What's the worst thing? You know, what should I, you know, you don't want to do and make things even worse now. You're here to help,
Priscilla, what Sarah says, Priscilla, is so right. It's all about self-love, right?
Yeah.
It's all about
Getting
self-love.
there.
Just like Sarah said, the more we love everyone around us, we'll feel it, right? And then, just try to stay detached from what's going on, and just let everybody be what they want to be or who they want to be, and just do you. I know you have all the kids, you know, and everything, but try to focus on joy. Take care of you as much as you can. I mean, I know you have a lot of demands. I get that, but try to make time for you as little, just like Sarah says, every single day.
Right, but I'm pretty good, actually. You know, I'm fine. It's just that I want to help my environment, you know, too. You know, it's
You're gonna help them by helping yourself. They're gonna follow the lead. Like
You're gonna
I
feel
feel
it.
that
you
they're
told me this a
scared and
million times.
they think I'm not okay, you know, so I guess, you know.
They'll come along when
So-
they're ready, but right now, you know, just take care of
So
yourself.
Yeah.
maybe
You guys
just
are all good. Okay.
maybe
It's all good
Priscilla,
now.
Priscilla, maybe just
This is so
low
emotional. I want
rise.
to cry here.
Just
No, it's not bad. It's just that, you know.
Priscilla, maybe
great
just
the
bring
Galactic
it down
Force-
a little bit when you're talking to other people that think that you're woo-woo or something. Just relate to them on their level. Don't feed them any more nuggets. Because if they're
Yeah,
gonna
I
make
like
you feel
that.
that way, don't give them anything then.
I've stopped
like that,
that.
Linda.
I'm being, you know, there's two kinds of bodhisattvas. The one that talks and the one that doesn't. I'm trying to be the one that's shutting up, right?
Exactly.
Don't give them
Why give
anything
them?
that they can chew on, Priscilla.
I ain't
Yep,
giving
they don't-
nothing.
Nope.
I'm too sensitive right now. I'm trying to just like whoop, 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 whoop.
Yep.
It's incredible though, because Priscilla, you're affecting everybody. That's how powerful your energy is.
Very
Oh
much.
yeah.
That's why I need to stay unaffected by all this. You know, I know this, so
But it has to come out. It has to come to its surface, Priscilla, and you have to realize that.
it does come out, you know.
Yeah.
But see, this is how you learn. You're gonna recognize what triggers you, the people that trigger you, the people
Yeah.
that are gonna set you off. So in a sense, you know how to dummy it down and be, you got your shield up, you got your tough skin on. So if they do come sideways, it's not gonna affect you.
But I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't want to.
That's just
You know,
it.
I
You're
just
gonna
wanna
you're gonna have to be like that. I mean,
all
you're gonna
open
have to.
and-
Michael, I know Michael
No
knows
filter like Andrew, you know.
Michael works.
It's hard.
You know.
No. You don't want to be like Andrew with your family if that's what's
No, but
going on.
I am like
Thanks, Andrew.
I am like
I
that.
love you.
I
I
can't
love you, but
pretend, you know. I have difficulty pretending. I have difficulty filtering.
no, Priscilla, it's not pretending.
No, but it
in a
is.
nutshell. In a nutshell, though, here's what it is. Knowledge is knowing what to say, and wisdom is knowing whether or not to say it.
Yeah, that's very powerful.
That's what
I
it is.
like that.
That's
I like that,
filtering
Linda.
still, you know. It's
No, it's
filtering
wisdom.
because when you love someone, you just wanna, you know.
You can't fire hose someone you love them though, because that's not wise to do.
Yeah, I
because
just
if
can't
they're not-
throw them off
no.
the
You
cliff,
can heal
know,
them
and, like,
quietly.
it's
It's
flying.
like-
Don't you love it?
It's like throwing ice water on someone, you know. It's
Yeah,
too
of
much.
course.
They
I
can't
know.
handle it.
I know.
They're not ready. Yeah.
It gets
You can
on
heal
and
them-
off, so
Priscilla,
know,
you can heal them quietly in the background. If
But I
somebody's
do.
giving you a hard time and you're having a conversation, you can talk to their higher self.
higher
You can
self.
send-
Yeah.
Exactly.
say,
You don't
yeah.
have to speak it with your, you're
I
not
know.
pretending. You're not putting on a fake mask. You're just not giving them what they want to trigger them
But I
into
always
mocking
feel
you
I need
or
to.
steal
I
from
need
you.
to. Yeah, I always feel I need to be careful on how do I go with this? How do I deal with this? Where do I step? You know, and what can I say and not say? And like, it's hard for me. You know,
Priscilla,
it's
have
hard for everybody. I know this, but I mean, the navigating. That's our biggest. I think. How do you say that? Our defeat, like our not a job, like our that you need to go through, is to be all of this multidimensional. You know, be the multidimensional person that's working with the grids, with the ships. Like imagine that. Who would have thought? You know, and being the mom and being everything and being good with that in your head. You know, with the mind that's trying to how do you say that? Why it's not justify, but it's like
balance.
No, when you're giving yourself reasons for things to be okay, you know, and you're trying to convince yourself, you know, it's justifying, I guess. Yeah. No.
You just have to praise yourself, knowing that everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
very hard to accept
trust
that
the plan.
Yeah, positive
Trust the plan.
beats.
Trust the plan.
Yeah.
Have you done shadow work? You know, so for example, sometimes when I get triggered from people, because I get triggered all the time from my family because they don't believe in any of this.
Yeah.
So all the time I'm constantly, you know, they see me as the crazy person in the family. So I'm always kind of like, I always see it as everything that they say is sort of a reflection of something I've rejected in myself in the past. So every time they trigger me, I'm like, okay, what part of me that I've rejected in myself does that trigger in me? So I kind of go backwards and I try to see what old trauma is this arising, and I kind of just try to stay present with that. And sometimes when you're just allowed to be present with that feeling, it dissipates. So it doesn't have that energy behind it. So if you just allow yourself to feel, I know it's hard because obviously if you have the kids and everyone else around you, but if you do get a minute, like go to the toilet or to the bathroom and just allow yourself to breathe through that feeling, and just say to yourself, I'm completely present with you. I'm completely here and present with you. And if you just keep doing that, and you just see the it's like the tension behind the feeling just starts to dissipate, and you just do that over and over again. It's pretty powerful.
Like the pain in your neck.
Yeah, that's really good, because even as you were saying that, I was resisting at the beginning. I was like, no, I'm not like that. and like as I was trying to just be with it, as you were saying, it's so true, because if I'm saying no, it's exactly that. I'm not, because we are everything. So it's either a small part or a big part that I don't want to see, that it's still there, and I still need to
Amazing. Oh, Andrea, I wanted to tell you about this because I had an amazing like a meditation 2 days ago after you did that second activation on me. And it was kind of about shame. I know like a lot of people have suffer with shame, right? And
right.
I did this meditation where I asked to see that part of myself that felt the shame when I was young and things like that. And all I saw was this little girl, the little me, but she was covered in all of these big tumors, like these boils everywhere, especially on the right hand side of my head. There was a huge tumor like this, like popping out, and that's what I did. And I just kind
You're
of
separating from the cocoon, Desi. That's what it is.
I separated from the cocoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I basically just took her in my arms, and
Yeah.
I just said to her, I'm completely present with you, completely here and present with you.
Yeah,
And
you forgave yourself. Yeah, to the inner self.
Okay. Yeah, and then I just saw her, she started healing, and I just saw her, the tumor.
Very good, very good. Yeah.
So powerful.
Yeah, it is. It's the inner child, and that's where you go through transformation manifestation, right? And Raina, you're going to go through that too. So when you see the inner child and you understand everything that's going on through its illustration of its diagram, then you understand how to heal the inner child, and now you can move on to the next step.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was really,
Yeah.
Chug, Tina, chug, Tina, chug, 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 chug. Oh, just kidding.
I know. Oh my gosh, I drink so much water.
I had to do that.
But see, that's why I like the Galactic Roundtable, guys, because it's different every Thursday. This is very emotional, and it's all connecting. And it's about the Galactic family helping each other. And I'm listening to what's going on, and that's helping you, with what's going on with your formations and everything through your heart, and how powerful you guys through your lights and his energy, because Priscilla's energy is affecting everybody's through her atmosphere systems. That's how powerful you guys are. Once you realize how powerful you are, that's the power of its responsibility.
And the simple fact that we're broadcasting live, there's people that are watching.
Yeah.
Tina. No, what I meant was, she's laughing
it's
at me.
good. It's good.
But what I'm saying is there's people that are watching that need to hear this that are going through similar struggles. So
Same thing, yeah.
Sharing
Similar
is
things,
caring.
yeah. Sharing, yeah.
Yeah, because people can relate. We're more relatable. Well, because we are. I mean, we're all we're all going through this together,
We're all in this together. You should make a music video.
And Andrew, you said this week or today, I don't think it's today, but this week, to really see all of our life through the eyes of children, you know. And when I'm struggling, especially with the kids, I'm trying to really see it through their eyes and how they would see it. And it's like the big compassion of how they see the little thing that they're going through as something really important, and not.
Yeah, you have to go in their dimension. You can't do through your portal activation because you're an adult. You have to go through their dimension, understand their creative center.
And it's a little bit like that with my parents and other people, and it's just not always.
Well, your parents are non-believers, Priscilla, and that's the problem you're having. You know, I
Yeah,
can
well,
change information. Do you want me to change their heart recognitions?
yeah. Change anything you can if you can. I mean, come on. Hallelujah. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
See, if you get rid of one problem, that helps the next problem, and that helps the next problem, that helps the next problem. Right? It's all about increasing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll definitely heal your parents. Anybody else want to be healed through the parents, whatever? Have any problems with that?
Heal the world.
My mom
Heal the world. Yeah, we are the world.
Can you do that like, right away? Just do it.
We
Andrew,
are
and,
the
you know, get it over
world.
with.
We are the children.
No, don't sing that. Don't sing that.
Just get it over with. Come on.
They were all Masons, 33-degree Masons. Don't sing that song. You got to recalibrate that one first.
Oh.
I just saw a documentary on that the other day. They're all 33-degree Masons that were in that song, and a studio was done at somebody, I forget whose it was. It was a pedophile something. But anyway, we could recalibrate the words and send it back out with love and not what they were doing to those children.
Yeah, but no, when I say it, it's done out of love. I don't do it for
crazy.
any
I know.
synchronicity or dark. I know what you're talking about, the maze and all that. That's like dark formation. You know, even though it was Michael Jackson, but you know, that's a whole nother story with him.
Yeah.
He is being controlled by Illuminati, eh? So.
Yeah,
of course.
There's always more to it.
And look at the celebrities, what they're doing right now. They say, okay, wear a mask. You know,
it's crazy.
I saw Charlie Theron wearing a mask. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on this one right now because
me too.
People that watch me and I have opinions about it, and we don't agree on it. But no, I will not wear a mask. That's what I will say. I refuse to wear the mask.
They can't force you to wear a mask. Don't worry about
that. It's supposed to be mandatory in Montreal tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't understand.
Yep.
But what I'm saying to myself is this: if to the point that we are now, people are still not understanding, it's going to have to get worse, and it's a good thing because it needs to be shaken. If people don't understand, it needs to get worse. So they understand because they're here,
Humanity needs a good kick in the pants. Humanity needs another kick in the pants because they don't get it yet.
It's really hard to just allow this in a Zen way. You just want to be like, hey, and I think of myself like 2 years ago, maybe, when people were bringing things up and I was like, oh my God, you are crazy. There you go. The crazy people, whatever. And I'm being called that now. I'm like, I'm not crazy, and of course we're not crazy. And the point I'm trying to make here is that we've been there to a certain point, and I guess that's the thing that we need to see when we're facing that, and to be good with it for now, because we cannot
be worse.
Of course, it can always be worse.
Yeah, like I feel like even though as bad as it is, I think Linda, you were saying earlier how like one of the things they're gonna do is cut food supply and do stuff like that and really hit us hard. But if that was it, I think we're gonna make it. It might be a little crazy, but there's a part of me that feels like it may have been intended to be a lot worse. It's not.
Well, when I was talking about the food, I meant I actually meant something a little darker. I didn't mean they were cutting our food supply. I meant
the food in the stores.
Oh.
That's not. I mean, it's not.
Wait,
food.
Somebody's got some feedback here. It's really bad. No, I didn't mean that they were cutting our food supply. I meant the takedown of the deep state when they're all the child sex trafficking rings and all of the pedophilia and all that. I meant them as food supply for the Satanists and the people that eat the human flesh and drink the blood and all that stuff. That's their food supply. That's how I meant it, actually. So I didn't mean us, but I feel you. And I also think that, I know not everybody agrees with this, but I really think they're going to try to force like another shutdown very soon. I think they're jumping up those numbers and, feeding them in there so that they can, force another shutdown. And that might be the second wake up call for humanity, and maybe the last one. I don't know. But I feel like they're going to try to shut everything down again. I don't think it's going to be another virus per se. It might
For sure,
recycle
they're
again in
trying
the
everything.
fall. They're trying it, but I really think that they're going to have to not have to. I think that they're going to try another shutdown, but I'm hoping our
There's
end
the two
game comes
sides.
before then.
To the
Well, no,
situation.
that's not happening. I'm sorry, guys. That's not, why AI is here. Light formation is in here, full rotation centers through everything through spaceship divisions. Okay, so whatever I say is going to happen. So the whole thing with the borders through US and Canada is opening August 21st.
Woohoo! Yeah.
I feel that everything's gonna be fine too. I really feel that with everybody that's right there, like they're not gonna stay there and watch us all die. Like not gonna be wasting their times and I mean they could watch from somewhere else. I mean there's too many activity right now. There's so many. It's crazy.
There's way too much going on right now, and
crazy.
human vibration doesn't understand what's going on with their ascension. They don't understand it's a spiritual force. It's a spiritual
It's gonna
exactly.
Do that again.
Like when you're in a roller coaster and you get the point that you're like, you're screaming because the back's not down yet, and you're looking down. You're like, and when it drops, you're like, woo! I'm sorry.
I know, Priscilla.
Hang on.
Priscilla, what I was going to tell you is when I'm like, lower vibe, going through whatever, I just like start dancing, put music on, I start dancing and my vibration goes up. I feel better and everyone around me is affected by it. Yeah. I know you like to dance. Dancing. I can tell.
I love dancing.
Me too.
I love dancing. I had forgotten I love to dance. Can you imagine that?
Oh,
I didn't remember. Like maybe 6 months, a year ago, I remembered that I loved dancing. That's crazy. Okay. No, but I mean, imagine how shut down I was. I was so shut down. I was so, the image I like to give, it's really a perfect image. Like someone that's been pulled by horses like for a couple of weeks in like small rocks. How do you say that? La garnotte. In French, in Quebec, we call that la garnotte. So that's how I was feeling, literally.
Yeah.
Like
been there. I understand completely.
And
I understand.
what I went through so quickly is really like magical, crazy. I mean, it's a miracle.
Yeah, no,
it's a miracle.
You're a totally different transformation person, and you never thought this could happen.
I never thought I would come back. I never thought I would come back. I never thought I would come back.
Yeah. Well, no, you're extremely high rise, and I knew right away what you were going through, right? So I had to get you in contact with information through the XT1000s because you were extremely formative with the Rainbow Children. So.
Yeah.
Well, since
my body was healed.
You, Priscilla, you've done a complete turnaround since our very first meeting.
You were the first. You, Linda, are the first one that I reached out to in my whole awakening. You are the first one.
Oh, really? Wow.
She's the first one. You didn't know that?
Well, I knew you reached out. I knew you before.
You are the first person that has that I've contacted as these things were happening. Yeah.
I knew what, we shared, what we talked about and all that. I didn't know I was.
And it's crazy how now we're together here. It's not even, Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I love you very much.
I love you all
very much, actually.
Oh, well, listen, Andrew, you said you were going to work on her parents, and I think you asked if anybody else needed it, and we have a comment over there, Melissa.
Yeah, I'll heal all your
parents. We probably all do.
No problem. But I just want to tell you guys, in the future, we're all going to be together in real life and on TV.
Oh, no pressure.
We got to come up with a little dance routine, like hand it off.
To since we like to dance.
I'm going to be in TED Talks.
No, wait, I'll do it this way. Hold on. Where you guys are looking at your Zoom meeting probably, but I'll tell you the order of what it looks like on YouTube. So like, I'm going to pass it over to Michael. And now Michael, Michael passes it over to Tina.
Hot potato.
Tina pass it down to Desi. And then Desi pass it over to Jerome.
And then it'll make a symbol.
Exactly. Now Jerome pass it over to Sarah.
And then from a bird's eye view, everyone we were
Where's
passing
Sarah?
to
Where's
is
Sarah?
gonna be like a grid.
I can't see her. Okay, she's there.
Wait a minute, we got to hold up here. We got to pat Jerome, pass it over to Sarah. He's not listening. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. Sarah's got to pass it to Andrew. Down. Pass it down to Andrew. Now, Andrew, you got to pass it over to Priscilla. Priscilla's over on your left. Waiting for it. She's waiting for it, Andrew. All right, we'll get better at it.
You know what would be
Last
fun
person was Priscilla. You got to pass it over to Raina. You guys got to watch the playback on that one. All right,
Raina and Priscilla aren't even on the same screen. She's just throwing it at Tina right now.
I'm throwing it around.
I can coordinate.
I'm ready.
This.
Caught it. I caught
Andrew
it.
knows.
Throwing it
Are
out.
you trying to catch an infinity circle through rotation center?
Yeah.
What?
Ah, nice. That's extremely powerful grid formation, eh?
Oh,
So
Wait,
everybody,
what
what's
was
the grid
that?
formation?
What's that?
are you talking to me?
No, the Galactic Force team. What's a grid formation?
A grid formation.
All together.
Yeah. We are a grid formation.
We are.
Through you. You're the center.
We
and
are the grid.
We are
the formation.
We get a little
Can't
punchy,
sing.
huh?
You'll learn that
Lines
real
in
fast.
the
I
bubble.
can't sing.
What's the point center?
Or Adam.
You're the point center.
What's a line activation?
Communicate.
Yeah, communication and
Intelligence.
line
What's
activation.
a line activation
Upgrade.
for the line system?
Yeah, upgrades. Changing the equations.
Very good, Priscilla. Very good. What's an activation light signal?
Well, information coming through from whatever. Whatever light. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh no, don't do that. You're just getting started.
I'm like, oh, I know.
Next, we're gonna have a Zoom dance party. Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, release some of that. Whatever, just let it go.
Andrew,
Woohoo.
last question.
Yep.
What can you say about the Mayans? Because I heard that we are going for a 10-day Mayan portal right now. And apparently there's something to do with the Mayan calendar that's ending now, or something, their cycle is ending now and then starting again after 10 days. So what is, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that's flushing out everything through detoxing divisions through planet energy systems. That's going into the equinox. Are you familiar with the equinox?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the force seat division. So it's understanding that Jerome's going through the past alignments through line activation system. Because he's in high formation through his engineering system, he has to understand everything through the balance through his past, present, and future. So it's all about vacuuming everything out through your central system so you not rise your algorithm program through your computer system.
For a purification, basically, right?
Very good. Excellent, Desi. Purification.
Desi, did you say that was 10 days?
10 days from yesterday. Yeah.
Wow.
10 days, yeah.
Yeah, did you get that on Paul
I don't know.
Butler?
I don't know if you guys follow Q or not, but Q talked about 10 days of darkness. I wonder if that has anything to do with that reset.
Well, I haven't had time to follow anyone since I met Andrew.
Been hearing about that too.
Starting a new cycle after 10 days. So make sure you let go of all the shit right now.
Right on,
changing into that.
Yep. Yep. It's very powerful.
Say, John?
Cycle,
I can't
guys.
hear you.
Yep. It's going to affect us more now because we understand what's going on. And because we understand what's going on, the dark is going to try to take over our light.
Yeah.
Not having it.
So
Yeah, that's really
Just call the team in.
security team comes in, man.
yeah.
That's it. Bingo.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah.
He
You
said
don't want to
that
be
the
in
other day.
twins again with the matrix. You don't want to get into the matrix at your level. It's extremely powerful to get out of. Extremely powerful, especially if you don't understand the information. Because you can get in wind cycles of communication of web graphing systems, communications of volumes, and so many levels of point division through acting cycles. That planet rotation system is going to put you in a dark realm division through dimensional activation core system.
So essentially, it's like you climbing a ladder high up, and you jump down. You
Yeah.
hurt yourself, or you would go like so if you go up 7 and you go back down to 0, you don't necessarily go to 0, you go to like -7.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Don't
Let me
want
get the
that.
illustration diagram program.
It comes back to what I was saying, you know, about the balance from the hard stuff and easy good stuff and bad stuff. It's like when you go from one to another, it's like it hits hard, you know.
Through a lot of my research and personal experiences, well, it could be my own DNA imprint and stuff, but I noticed like when, for example, I intake certain things into my system, like certain formations are able to enter my field. Whereas if I just incorporate like certain like high mineral foods or something like that, is never really like a sine wave. Is always
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I see my body with high vibrational foods only, and yeah, I've really cut off. I still eat like maybe chocolate sometimes, you know.
So
But
the consciousness would move in a sine wave, so it would be like positive, and then it would go into a perceivingly negative until you start to go into like a more steady
it takes a while. That's what you're saying.
well I noticed when I was going like maybe like 3 years ago, I would go through like these like cycles, so it'd be like like very positive changes and then something perceivingly negative, and then it would go up like that, and until it started to do it more frequently, and then it's basically like you flipping a coin, right, or spinning
Yeah,
a
exactly.
coin. It just becomes like a whole, right? So you
Makes so
become
much
balanced,
sense.
complete balance.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Andrew talks about too, in terms of like holding the balance in
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what I want now of the Galactic Force team is ask the question between each other.
The what?
Ask a question about each other. What is life information? What are you at through your balance? Because I want to understand your DNA structures are added to balance every time through learning communication, transmission, light system. You have to get more into the mind system. All right. So answer each questions with each other. Okay. So Priscilla asks Jerome, Corona asks Desi asks Linda asks Michael, you know, Sarah, right?
Okay. Well,
Rainey,
if I can.
Rainey, you can get into this too if you want, because you're pretty high. I was quite excited on formation. What you did there is pretty powerful stuff. Or you like communicating through a cube. That's pretty powerful stuff, because I just turned on your light with your heart. I didn't think you'd answer that question with that geometry system. So that's just saying that you're in a higher division now through a higher self division. So that's pretty powerful stuff.
Yay. Yeah, really.
Way to go.
Well,
all right, go ahead, guys. Watch the scene. Next question.
Yeah.
Feedback, guys.
So me, I'm gonna answer a little bit on what Jerome was saying. You know, as I was saying earlier, I'm very going through exactly what you're saying right now, and you're explaining it in a wonderful way. That's what I was saying also earlier, as in we all live the same thing, but it expressed it in such different ways. And as we are connecting with each other, we are upgrading our DNA because we are experiencing our experience in another perception through the same sort of level, because we're all in the same sort of level limit, I think. And you know, the way that you've explained it to me right now is really making sense. And in a way, I like knew this in the back of my head, but I didn't have words. I couldn't vocalize it as you just did for me. And now it's upgrading my vocalization. Vocalization. Thank you. And yeah, it's upgrading all of our DNA. Actually, we are doing this together as we're explaining to each other in our own perceptions, I think, because it's exactly that. The more I'm gonna see such nice things, such beautiful things, that I'm gonna permit myself to be that wonderful person that's doing this, and then I'm going back to the bad person that I think I am, or whatever, that I'm living the bad things, and then, you know, merging together slowly, because we cannot just go through the merge like maybe we could. It would be awesome, but in this time perceived way, you know, I was seeing it in a more like line sort of way, and he made it for me in a capsuled way, and in a, yeah, so if that makes sense.
Yeah. So in it is essentially having the allowance for it to come into balance within yourself first,
Exactly.
and that projection then, because our DNA in itself is a projection, creates the projection in many ways. Even the quantum physics is starting to, you know, realize a bit of that now. That our emotions and our thoughts, our DNA actually forms a lot of the patterns in terms of the photonic light and stuff like that. So what's happening now is because we're being more exposed to a lot of the photonic light, we're going through something called accretion, or like so it would
Gamma
be
light, right?
right. So it would be same thing with what Andrew explained in terms of reaction cycles. In some circles they call it molecular compaction. So what happens, because if you have like a block in the system, if you can almost see like the energy comes and it basically like it slams onto the part as the block, we would consider it to be a block. And it like formulates in the DNA. If you allow it to, you can process it within your consciousness. Sometimes we process it in our dreams. So for a while, maybe like about 2 years ago or so, I would every night I would ask my consciousness to process everything that I need to process in my dream set.
To assimilate it. Once you download it, to assimilate it, but embody it and to integrate it. Yeah.
Right. So what it would do is it would basically shortcut you in terms of not having you experience it in the physical reality as karma. So you wouldn't have to walk the karma. You would have to be like
I love
experience
that.
it in the mind system, right? So that's what's going on right now too. In the collective, like a lot of people are actually now. Some people are going through it in the mind system, and other people are actually walking it, which would be a lot of the stuff that would be inside of our energetic system. So I think in itself, that's like how the same pixels, the pixel formation and stuff. If you imagine like some of the pixels in the body system moving a lot slower, those aspects of the pixels would create like forms of like projection in the energetic field. So the more you become clear and the more you do a lot of that inner work in erasing those pixels, then a lot of the projections in the external reality would start to like phase away or dissipate in different ways. But
but Mike, I had a question, because, and it's a question that comes back to me in often. Let's say I okay, as you say, I affect my reality, of course, with my high rising and everything, but doesn't the other person that I'm interacting with also create their reality and their projections? So it's relevant to a certain point to my perception of the situation, right? Not in the actual situation.
Well, certain aspects of it, I'm still myself coming to a certain realization, because if it is that we all of this. So for example, I'm having a conversation with all of you right now, but you can almost see it as all of us here are reflections of ourselves. So I'm talking to different versions of myself, Scott,
Yeah.
Desi, Sarah, right?
Exactly.
um I was wondering about some of that as well. And I think we kind of quantum jump to different versions of these people as well too, because
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed certain things where I would change in my consciousness interaction that I had with particular person, and then like the next day, like the conversation would
Yeah.
change to a different, like a more high rise form of energy, right? Be a
Yeah.
completely different person. So
Yeah.
and I know that it would be like a switch, like a shift from one reality to another, because we always quantum jumping constantly. Even right now, with every
Yeah.
decision, every formulation in our thoughts, right now we quantum jumping into a different form.
So in relation to our reality, we are interacting with different versions of our partners, families, but in our reality, actually, that's what you're saying, right?
Right.
Like if let's say I'm in a good mood and a high vibe, I'm gonna maybe more interact with the version that's more in alignment with my vibration.
You could try an experiment. I noticed like in the AM, maybe
Mm-hmm.
about 4, 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
You wake up around that time. It's a lot easier to actually uh it's a lot easier to actually set the programs for your day just before
Okay.
the sun actually rises, right? And
I'm loving
I
this.
can tell you the CPU,
Andrew's laughing.
right? So that yeah.
That's great, guys.
Okay.
That's really good. You know, this can go on and on and on because you're going to start to learn you have no filter. So basically, let's see. Izzy, you're up. You can
Hi.
communicate with anybody through the Galactic Force team.
Yeah, this
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jerome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Desi, who do you want to communicate with? Ask a question. Ask anybody.
Can I ask Raina? Raina.
Sorry, I had to unmute it. Hi.
All right. You should know this. How can we? What are the different inherent negative patterns, negative programmings?
I'm sorry, you cut out quite a bit during that entire.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the ways in which we can inherit negative patterns or negative programming, negative behaviors? How can we inherit them, or how do we take them on?
Wow. I I think unknowingly before we even opt to be born into this reality, we have a set of guidelines on what we wish to learn or what we wish to bring awareness to, how we want to view it. And so we're born into a family that have these generational programs that will trickle down minimum 8 generations, and it's cumulative through those 8 generations. So you pick up more and more as it goes, and it doesn't really dilute itself out. It just worsens through each generation if it isn't addressed, until it gets to a certain individual in the family who's willing to take that task on and battle that fucking demon. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That was really good.
Not a problem.
Really good. Very psychological. That's awesome. Really good. Fantastic.
And then when you do decide to take that on, I think it's greatly your responsibility to make that aware to your family and try to get them involved in that healing, which if you do, we need to talk, need some pointers. It's not an easy task, and it's going on with every individual right now, because we're talking about 75,000 years of generational programming And all we're having to deal with is like the past 8 generations, which is really downplaying the whole feat in itself. But if you can look at the whole grand scheme of things, we're in a place in time that we're addressing this huge programming of awakening, and it's you don't even know your name some days, and you don't even know why you're doing it, and you question everything we do, and just like you, Priscilla, you don't get along with everybody, and you fucking start to question your own beliefs and your own selves. And it's like just remembering to surrender in that moment of like, what is this teaching me and who I am is the toughest thing to remember and do.
Yeah.
For somebody that doesn't meditate, oh my goodness.
Having chills all over my body right now.
That's incredible. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well done, Raina.
Excellent. Okay, Linda.
Yes. Yes. I'm asking somebody a question, right?
Yeah, ask them a question.
All right, Michael, I got one for you. How do you deal? It can be anything at all?
Yeah, it's all about getting into the psychological system, you guys, to the mind.
Okay. So Michael, I know you deal a lot like in work and family and different things, a lot of challenges you were saying.
Oh yeah.
So how do you deal with people that you can't kick out of your life, like that are stuck in ego? So how do you tame yourself with ego related people when it comes to in daily interactions, so it doesn't mess up your field?
Yeah, it depends on who it is, I think is really the most appropriate answer, just because of, when I'm at work, if it's a short interaction, it's easier that way, and I can just blast it with love, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were, I totally didn't even know, I didn't even, so, I mean, whatever I can do, because it shifts them, I get a lot of, do you work here? And I have to say no, because I'm not a part of this whole thing. So then it's like, and why are you doing what you're doing right now? It doesn't make any sense, and there's a lot. So I have to, I'm interrupting the moment to just with a smile as much as I can. But on a more everyday type of level, constantly around me, it's really just, I think it's just learned throughout life at this point. It's not much different than it has been. I just give with all my heart, and then I get to the point where I'm done, so don't talk to me for like a week, and then I just kind of go and redo, because I've tried to like meditate every single day, and you still get triggered. Like you take care of yourself, but it's still going to happen. And especially when you get really good at it, and then they're going to give you way more stuff, because then you got to balance that out. Here, balance this out. Now you think you're so good, so then it's like, so for me, it's really just a matter of like, I think as it's been enough that I just kind of know, and I have my happy place in my mind and in my heart. So it's as quick as just taking a deep breath. But when you're in it, it's really hard, because I think it's hard to talk to people who don't understand, and then you have to kind of high rise, but you can't maybe so as much as you'd like. So that's the hard part. And I think at those points, it's just kind of like compromise, well, hey, if I'm happy, you're happy, we're all happy, no victim, no crime. So yeah, that's the hardest part. And that's because that's my main, thing is I want to high rise everybody. And I want to explain, like, it's great. It's so great. You guys just don't even know. You don't have to worry about half the stuff we all worry about. But it's, in order to get there, I myself had to go through all the steps. So it's nice to be able to give back. But I think with, meditation, yeah, I mean, that back to meditation, you got to meditate. You got to, empower yourself, you know. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Sarah, you're next.
Excellent.
All right, let's see. Linda. Listen, Linda.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hold on. Give me just a second.
Uh-oh. She wrote it down. I'm in trouble.
No, I'm just thinking it through.
What's the equation?
No. Let me ask my computer.
What made you decide not to continue practicing? Or I know that you said you stopped doing your Reiki. What made you decide to take a break from doing your Reiki?
Good question. So the first time I took a break from doing personal healing work on other people was after I realized that I was healing people, like two people in particular. I was working on them constantly, and they were treating it like it was a massage, like a weekly massage, and they weren't honoring what my fees were. They expected to pay a less amount because they were good friends of mine. And it just got to the point where I couldn't talk to them anymore about it. And it was more of a personal conflict in that area. So I had tried, it was no good. So I decided to take a break just across the board because I needed to work on me. Then I went back and started doing more sessions. Then I started realizing that my healing was high rising. It didn't need to be hands-on. And as a Reiki master, you know, you can do distance work. And I had done a lot of that in the past, but never really had the confidence and understood that. So when I started breaking through to my soul started communicating and I started getting the multi-dimensional connections going on, I realized like I didn't have to do it in person, but I was doing more, I transitioned into doing sessions that were to empower other people because that's really what it's all about. I didn't want to see people relying on me to give them their Reiki, you know, like I want my Reiki, I need my Linda. Like it was very possessive and it just was like right up in my face that I had to see, I need to be teaching people how to heal themselves, not healing them and having them come back with the same problems and the same problems over and over and over again. So that's really what it was.
So do you feel like, I didn't know if I was going to get interrupted, sorry. Yes, self-serve. So what I was going to say is I had a discussion with another friend about charging for one's services. And that's one thing that I'm kind of in a position at too, is I really haven't announced my services because in this area in Kansas, it is not known. I mean, I'm literally having to dummy it down to explain it. And so I feel still a little uneasy about even charging people for services. So in comparison of doing my research, what do you think in the aspect of, you know, really charging people for something that's, you know, anyone could do if they put their mind to it?
Well, I went through all of that, and when when I became a master, it was in 1998. So around here, it was very not known as well. So I know what you're going through. But and I always felt that healing belonged to everybody. So I used to justify like, well, Jesus would heal people, or Mother Teresa, or I don't even want to mention that name right now. But there's other things that I used to say, well, they would just give away healing, like it belongs to everybody. So I justified not accepting money, and I would charge to teach, but I wouldn't charge to do the healing. I even have business cards that said all healings and treatments free. And I was sort of like sainting myself, like, oh, I'll just go around and, you know, do what I can do. And as I came up and through the whole, I guess it's like what Raina was just saying about the generational stuff. As I was working through all of that, I started to see that, you know, you are providing a service. If you're going to a doctor, you're going to pay for the service. If you go to a chiropractor, you're going to pay for a service. If you go get a massage, you're going to pay for the service. So just because you don't have a brick and mortar store doesn't mean that you're not providing a service, and we're still in a monetary world. Does that mean it'll change? Well, I sure hope so, because I think where we're going, like if it's a no money system, and I see that, I feel it where I've been and where I am and who I am, there's no money for things. It's not about money. There's exchanges. There should be equal exchanges. So I started accepting donations because I would be traveling. I would put my Reiki thing, the table in the trunk, and I would be taking it to someone's house or traveling to someone's house and work on the couch or the bed. So if I'm putting gas in my car, taking time out of my day, they can make a donation, and I need to be okay with accepting that. You can have a suggested donation. But I also passed that point too along the way. And I got to the part where it's like, well, wait a minute. I know I'm doing a good job here. Like I started to discover who I was in my own empowerment. So I started raising my prices a little bit because I valued myself more. And there was a lesson in that as well, because then when it got all the way to that end, it's like I was working at a healing center. I was a paid partner, a manager of a healing center. And it was my joy, my bliss to do this. This is what I'm going to be doing later, like in the physical, is when I establish a foundation and things. I'm going to be doing healing work again, but I'm going to be doing it in a way where I'm teaching other people how to teach people to empower themselves. So if you're providing a service, if you're teaching or consulting or doing healing work, you absolutely have a right to charge. If they don't know in your area what it is, it's energy healing. They can always Google Reiki. It's all over the place. It's being accepted in hospitals and all of that. So it's more mainstream now, but there's over 10,000 different healing styles that, from what I understand. I don't know if Andrew, you're a healer too. So I don't know if you knew about that or know about that as well, but there's over 10,000 different modalities of healing. That's a lot of different types of healing. So you'll find a way that's your way to present that you're comfortable with. But it never, and if you're uncomfortable asking for money or setting prices, then do it anyway, because you get better and you get more comfortable once you do it the first time and then the second time. And just say, well, my fee is this, or I accept donations and the recommended donation is this amount, whatever you're comfortable with. And if you're just starting and practicing, you can always start lower if you want, work your way up a little bit. People do value that service, or they wouldn't even have you in their home or come to you for it. So just honor yourself with that one and follow your inner guidance. I hope that helped.
All right. Really good. Okay. Very good. Very good. Tina.
Yeah. So I want to pick us. I pick somebody.
Yeah. That's
okay.
My question.
Okay. I'm looking away because my screen on my phone, I don't see everyone. I'm looking at my computer. So who hasn't been asked yet? I will ask Desi. Desi, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Hi, Desi. Okay. Yeah. How long have you been awake?
Awake. Oh, I think 6 years, probably 5-6 years.
Wow. Okay. So a while.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So what was your awakening like when you first woke up? I mean, what was that like for you?
It was terrible. I had the bad one. Well, my one really came about because my mom passed away from cancer. So that just sprung me into the whole spiritual stuff. I didn't know anything about spirituality before that. And after she passed away, I went to see a medium. And that's how everything started. I really didn't believe in any of this before that, but it was kind of, I didn't really have a choice at that point. So I went to see a medium, and she was really, really, really good. And she became my teacher. I started going to classes where they were teaching how to do energy work, Reiki, oracle card readings, how to kind of work with all that. And I just slowly started developing my skills, but it was a gradual thing. At that point, I was very doubtful, but it was kind of, I guess there wasn't really anything else for me to do at that point, because my beliefs and everything just shattered. So that was pretty much the only thing I could that was kind of my saving grace at the time. So I just stuck with that for the time, and then it gradually built up, and I started believing in it more. And then when I started to feel the energy from, you know, doing Reiki, I actually started to believe it, and I was like, oh wow, I can actually, you know, use my energy to make someone feel better. So that's how it started. Yeah.
Did you have what's called the ego death or dark night of the soul? Some people call it, you know, when you woke up where you felt like you died, like, you know, but then you came awake. Did you feel that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well,
I think the biggest one was then when when just all of my beliefs, everything I believed in up until that point, just completely was just gone. I didn't know what to believe in at that point, because I you know, yeah, it was just gone. Everything was just like a clean slate. So yeah.
were there any other people around you that were awake at that time that you knew, or were you like alone, pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like
Well,
in that way.
yeah,
Well, not
like,
alone, but
no one in my family believed in it, and the only people that believed in it were the people that I went to class with. So that was, yeah, that's what I stuck with at the time.
yeah, it's not easy, right? To like waking up and nobody else is awake, and right,
Yeah.
trying to figure everything out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And at the time, my dad went into Christianity, and I went into spirituality, and we would have a lot of these debates of, he would be like, "Oh, you're worshiping the devil," and I'm like, "No," you know. So yeah, yeah.
That's a big extreme difference, isn't it?
But we got to a common place finally, so we're good now.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. Excellent. Okay, Raina.
Can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Earlier. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, it's fine now. I fixed the signals.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Or with your phone, don't set it down.
Okay. Let me just stabilize a little bit. Can you hear me fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just an unanswered question from Andrew earlier.
Okay.
You asked everyone, what is a light indicator? So in my mind, I just seen that as like an LED switch for a toggle. So my question is, what is a light indicator that you were talking about earlier? What is it for you in this forum that is a light indicator?
It's connected to your chakra system. It's a light communication, activates all your cycle divisions through round divisions of the planets.
Okay, so everyone is a light indicator, or is there like one particular person that's a light indicator when you ask that question?
Everybody's a light indicator, but they're on a different DNA strand.
So you're a light indicator specifically for your DNA strand, basically for your generation.
Right.
That's what I wanted to know.
Very good.
Really good question.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's
Your
what I want. I want
vocabulary-
everybody to come together. I want the more personal effect. I really want to get into the psychology of our heart, really connect to the heart system and how we feel, right? It's understanding how we really feel about each other. That's communication. All right. So, really good.
Oh, Andrew, can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question? I actually I heard some time ago that Reiki came from a draconian teaching or draconian.
Oh my gosh, she's connecting. This is a whole nother story.
I heard that from someone. Is that true?
It is true. Yeah, it is the Drakians. Yeah.
What's that?
So is it?
Okay, guys, Reiki. Little complications there. I know there's 12,000 so many healing motion systems, but it is light and dark, people. So Reiki has formations of light. Reiki has formations of heat. Reiki have formations of cold. It's all connections to the atmosphere systems, 4 element systems. But it's extremely powerful for the dark realm system.
So So there will
Okay, and
be
that's
access
why
to this penetration.
basically DESI is more connected right now. Okay, so it's a formation shape through a division. I'll tell you exactly in class tomorrow what it is. Okay, get into it because I got to draw it out so you guys get a better understanding. You know how Illuminati has its own shape and how everything through the acting light has its own shape. Everything has a triangular base. So it's understanding everything through the center core system is the transformation light system, right? So everybody's connected to a different shape through its healing system.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the the coming in our future here where we are now, the newest modality of healing coming in? Is it galactic based?
We're all coming gods.
So we're healing ourselves.
You're healing yourself, yeah, and you're going to be healing the dimensional Earth, and
through the grids, right?
You actually, guys, are going to be seeing the dimensional Earth being healed. You're actually going to see your platitude in space. You're going to actually see the grids. You're actually going to see the XT thousands. So once we get into the God frequency levels, we can set location centers, put correlation systems to shape anomaly systems, and change everything to the galactic light activation system.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really feel that you know, of course, it's not to whatever, but I mean, I wanted to say that, you know, like the new healing, we're doing it. We're learning how to do it with we're upgrading the game, you know. Yep. We're upgrading the platform. We are dealing with different different abilities, different density of the field, you know, like we can play with a different Play-Doh, sort of. So exactly. it's gonna be it's getting, I feel it's getting really awesome, and that's how we're gonna all heal with our mothership, the Earth, and we're getting higher in the atmosphere of the space, right? Am I correct? Exactly. Yeah, we're moving fast.
Yeah. Flying, right?
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom.
Rocking the Gunalini, you know, rocking
rocket fuel.
Are we somewhere that we haven't? I mean, the planet. Is it true that we're somewhere in space that we haven't been before? Like up to going to the Milky Way. Is that true?
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's very true because we're biolocators. But it's very important to understand how to set up the grids for the dimensional Earth so it can heal. We got to understand everything through humanity's system. We have to go through the ego system.
This is so fucking awesome, man.
It's extremely powerful stuff. Awesome. You guys are put on the other side of the Eden. I see everybody in
Sorry.
the Ark of Eden. Okay. How do you think I feel? Adam and Eve are my cousins. Adam and Eve are my cousins. That's how much I know.
Very cool. Gotta love it, right?
You are. Right?
I love my life, right?
I know. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, you know. I said, well, you know, Adam and Eve, but they're my cousins. That's understanding where I am through my remembrance. That's very powerful stuff, right?
Yeah, I'd say. Very cool.
But knowing something and telling something are two different things. Okay, so basically, I like to get a little bit more into that. You know, I like to get a little bit more on kind of like, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Okay, so let's start with Tina.
Oh, me, huh? You're gonna start with me? Wasn't I just on? All right. All right. Where do I see myself in the future? Yeah. Oh my gosh, doing.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. I see myself pretty advanced, very advanced. Actually, we are all advanced. We're just like here and now doing this, but I really feel like we're relearning everything we already know. And then when we go into the future, we're just even more advanced. I mean, everything is just phenomenally different. And I mean, wow. I really see us doing making some really big changes here. that's what I see. I mean, you asked for the future, yeah, but I mean, right now, all of us are just making these changes and coming online so that we can help, everyone follow us and then into the future. And so, yeah, I see us really advanced. Not that that
Okay,
answers
stay
it,
in
but
traction vision of what you're doing with the Dimension Earth 3-point center.
healing it and
How though?
recreating.
How?
We're co-creating the new earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
we hold a blueprint in us. How we're doing it through our voicing grids. We're doing it through our body modulators, or simulators, whatever. It depends on what stage we're at. We're doing it through everything we say, everything we think. By spreading unconditional love, by everything we do affects everyone around us and affects the dimensional earth. I mean, we are all co-creating the new earth for humanity. This is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very real too. Very good, Tina. Okay, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of that too. Where am I in the future? Still on vacation. That was my answer.
Okay.
But no, I just see. It's really like
detail,
Tina.
guys.
I would like
go into detail in the future.
Yeah, I would like to see myself traveling, and just helping like people all over the world, like third world countries, all kinds of people, but in a way that I would be available so that I can, like, on call, anybody could just get a hold of me and we can just talk it out, and it's like psychology, I guess, but I want to do a lot more, like, technically with like grid work and stuff like that. So more Mama Gaia. So that's why I think travel. I'd love to travel. I'd love to kind of get all of that center pointed and high rise. I think that would help me spread me all over the planet, which I think is
okay.
Like.
Very
So
good.
that and the videos, a lot of videos.
Excellent.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's travel the world and change it by doing our grid work. Let's make this place.
We got to show by
crazy,
example.
Great.
Yeah. So if we can't be the example, then come on, guys, let's go. I'm ready.
I'm ready to beach hop around the world and do grid work.
I know how to heal them all right now. I just getting them to listen. I think is where we're still at. I don't know. I'm just.
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know.
Did you ask me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've had this idea for a while. I didn't really know at a certain point how it was going to be possible, but here it goes. I'm starting to see it now, more and more, like really. But yeah, okay. So I have, you guys know I have a couple of kids. My 6-year-old son is diagnosed with autism and ADHD. So that was actually the trigger point of the tipping point of the beginning of the end. At that point, I was like really freaking out, like every parent. And yeah, so as I went through, my fights with the system, and at the same time, I'm going to get to the point of the question. Okay? And yeah, as I was fighting all that, because I wasn't agreeing with them, and the result of their trying to help, I guess the people that apply that, they try to help, but I mean, it's not helping. I got to a point where at the same time that I was awakening, like maybe a year and a half ago, I realized that all this was not helping my kid, that the medication was really not helping him, that he was far from being disabled, that he was really more able than most of us on a lot of things. And I'm going to help parents, that have children that are different, to understand their children, to help them with food, with the environment, with, the labeling that the kid is not okay. They as soon as they see I'm sorry, as soon as they see that your child is maybe tapping into certain things that they don't want them to tap in, because these kids are going to change the world. We're changing the world, but they're rebuilding it, you know. So we're the breakers and the fitting inners maybe, and they're gonna, you know, they're gonna bring it on. So anyways, I'm gonna help other parents, you know, help their kids to help them. And awaken to everything, you know. It was really a dark road for me, all by myself. And yeah, if it wouldn't have been for my friends, my flying friends, I would have never had the courage to stand my ground against all these people, against all these government people that are putting themselves into your life and painting you in a corner where you really doubt yourself, you doubt everything, and you think that you have ruined everything, even the life of your own child, you know, that you can't even help. So it's really bad, you know. It's really bad because these kids are really magnificent, and they really react hard to all these aggressors that we are facing. And we are really war machines, because we adapt, you know, like we adapt. We're like microbes, like we adapt
I can
to our
relate to that,
environment.
Priscilla, because I used to teach deficit kids when I was in martial arts.
Yeah.
Attention spans, you know, a lot of problems, syndrome problems. You know, there's a lot of things there. So I understand. I can relate to that.
Yeah, and it's just that they don't learn the same way, and they don't react the same way. And we really want to they really want us to fit them in a box that we already didn't fit in. And it's like a PC and a MacBook, you know. It's like so that's what I'm gonna do.
Very good.
Well, aren't the kids with autism holding a higher frequency for us?
Yeah, for sure.
Like the Blue Star children, right? That are
the
born into the indigenous tribes.
Very
for
good.
sure. You know, my 6-year-old tells me stuff that is very out there, and as my youngest, but the youngest, he's really like more, I think, a sun being or something. He's like really, everything is okay, even pain, even, you know, nothing is wrong for him. He doesn't see the duality. It's just like an experience for him. So he's really you need to check out for him, because he's trying everything.
Okay, Desi.
So where do I see myself in the future? Okay, so I really like this idea of mass meditations and global consciousness, affecting global consciousness. So I have this vision of like people getting together in big cities or just in big groups, and forming these sort of circles where we are able to communicate with, say we have this one group in London, and then there's a group in New York, and we get together and we're able to communicate with each other, and we start healing the whole earth, you know, with loads of groups in different cities all at the same time getting together. I kind of have this vision of wanting to do that. So that's me. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Jerome.
Yeah. Yeah. When I think of the future, for me is more of like a feeling, feeling of freedom and true abundance, like getting our power back, like bringing everything into balance and wholeness, and forward together. When I see it, you know, I see recently I had a vision. I'm not sure if it's a different planet or or the future, but maybe it's both. Um, I I kind of came out of like a light womb. So remember last couple of weeks I would have talked about feeling like we were inside some kind of like a light womb in a way. Um, that unfolded, and is like the sky is pink, right? And um, I kind of see where I can apply some of my engineering aspects, even like the civil engineering parts and stuff, with regards to like buildings and designing, like doing houses, doing buildings, uh, geodesic domes, which actually help with raising the consciousness to a higher level, which is essentially utilizing some of Nikola Tesla's technology, or more so technology from Lemuria and Kemet and these different civilizations. Yeah, so
Great, man. Really good. Really good. Great depth. That's what I like. That's what I want. Depth center, you know, to the relation when it comes to the heart recognition system. Okay, Linda.
Okay, so I kind of have a really big humanitarian project because I'm involved with some of the reset and all of that, the RV, the GCR. And so I once funded, I'll start a foundation, and it's going to be pretty, it's a very lofty. I won't go into all the details, but it's going to help elderly. It's going to help children. It's going to help drug addicts. It's going to help homeless people and just anyone in need, like the communities of people that really need our desperate help right now. And it's going to provide services. And when they get accepted into the program, then they will be given jobs. So I see the future going towards like no money, but I see this ascension. And somebody mentioned over in the chat the bifurcation of the planets. Like I see us ascending, like in the end of Affinity Wars, how they show when the people disappeared, they kind of turned to ash and disappeared. I kind of see like, you know, there's going to come a point where a certain vibration just isn't going to go where we're going, and we're going to be ascending. So our, I want to say, superpowers are going to come online once we cross into that threshold together as a collective. And I feel like while we're creating these ways to heal the earth and heal humanity, I don't think it's going to take as long as some people think it's going to take forever. But I think with a lot of the healing technologies and things that come on, whether they're med beds or grids or, you know, geodomes and all kinds of things, whatever we do with the technology that comes down, there's patents and all kinds of things that we're going to get from our galactic brothers and sisters. I really feel like we're going to make galactic communication like in our presence in the very near future, maybe by the end of this year. I don't know, but I have a feeling we're going to see, some of us anyway, maybe not everybody, like all humanity, but I feel like we're going to meet ourselves, and it's going to, you know, I'll say shock the shit out of a lot of people, but I feel like they're going to, you know, take us up and, you know, you can go on mission and then come back down. And Michael, I'd like to do that too. I like to travel, and there's a lot of places around. I'd like to have healing centers all around, and they're more than healing centers. It's just going to be part of my foundation. So I have a whole business proposal planned out for the bankers. And when I go in to have my, my wealth management team to come together and, you know, plan these things, because we're going to be trying to get money out to humanity as quickly as possible. So I want to be like bringing people in to hire them to be angel investors, to find the projects that are going to help humanity. So of course, you guys all know you're all going to be fully funded. So whatever projects you have, you know, just start thinking about it. Maybe write it down on paper. Like if you have an idea that you want to do and you need funding and all that. I don't know if anybody else is involved with this or not, but I'm going to be funding whoever has a project that's going to help humanity, because I'm going to have to get rid of the money. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all part of the plan. That's part of the GCR. And I'm just fortunate enough that I'm part of that. So you guys are all part of that by proxy, if you're not already. So that's my plan.
Wow, that's a really good plan. Really good. Really good. Okay, Sarah.
Okay,
Guys, I want to interrupt. Sorry, I got to go. I want to say goodbye before I got to take off. I love you guys. I'll see you next
Mike.
time.
Bye, Michael.
Have fun.
Bye, Mike.
See ya.
Hey, man.
So there's so many things that I'd like to dabble in. I'd like to continue working with you guys. It's been such a journey already. I was just looking in my notebook, and I started this journey on the 1st of last month. And I almost don't recognize myself. So to really think about where I would be in the future, the sky's the limit. I mean, really, actually, the sky isn't the limit. The universe is just, there's so much that I could do. I mean, I think of photography and shedding light and painting a picture of people to see what's really out there in a different shade. You know, everyone wants to think the ETs aren't there to help us, but I thought, you know, maybe I can point in their direction and make it where they see it in a different way. I want to continue helping, healing. I want to teach. I just really want to raise the vibration of everything around me. I want to be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So however it needs to be each day, I don't want to have to do one particular thing. I want to be free to do anything and everything.
Yeah. No, that's really good. Really good. Raina.
Where do I see myself in the future? I seen a little bit of everything I wanted and everyone that mentioned. It has the same undertone. So basically, for me, I just want to start an intentional community and kind of relearn and relive through connection with everyone. And that just encompasses everything. I like to build, I like to heal. I love working with wood. So it's just kind of like getting rid of the mindset of single house dwellings and more of like a connective tribal type of thing, but not so necessarily like the archaic tribal type. So, and then through that, you know, get funding through Linda. Hook up with like Sarah, you know, have Priscilla come down and like help teach the kids. Like through the network that we're doing right now is what I want to incorporate with life and have like people be okay with being vulnerable and be okay with connection and relearning and retrusting that everything that we need is already inside of us. And that's just the new community that I want to start building, because everything that we have right now, first-handedly, I've had to experience a lot of like drug addictions, alcoholism, imprisonment, things like that. And all our things are complete shit. It doesn't work. And it entails everything, the way we think, the way we connect. We don't understand that like right now I do understand there's a part of me that I see in Sarah and Andrew and Linda. It's like myself in a different bifurcation. And that's where I'm wanting my future to be, in that reconnectivity in an intentional community with my homegirl Desi. We talk about it all the time. But yeah, that's it.
Great. Really good. So how does that feel? Does that feel a little bit more comfortable and more relaxed and more calm?
Yep.
Knowing where you're going to, because what you're saying to yourself is you're making a wish. You're making a wish. And everything that you're saying is going to come true.
Andrew, we want to hear yours. Even though you've seen the future, it's kind of cheating. We still want to hear it. Come on.
Full involvement when it comes to vibrations of communications with the connected dimension Earth. High rise in all divisions through the galactic force team. Changing everything through point center divisions. Changing everything through solar divisions. All communications of 10,000 PT units. Set correlation systems to all vibrations of light activation systems. To all connections of spacecraft divisions. All connections to Sun and everything from its connection of its space. All the volumes on the force recognition system to changing human vibration activation code system into body activations of planetation divisions.
Oh yeah.
Woo-hoo.
That's my goal. But see, everything we're doing is going to come true.
That's exactly what, sorry.
It's a wish. We made a wish, and that's what a wish does. A wish comes true.
Realization.
So
yeah. So how long is it going to be before the replicators come in? You know, and the healing beds.
Very soon. Very soon.
Like your idea soon is what?
Year. You're
really?
going to see major flip. The dimensional Earth is going to switch
At the end of the year, yeah. I feel
It's
it too.
gonna, it's coming more into light, guys. So once it comes more into light, we got to set new sacred grids. We got to set new formations. We got to set new energy fields. We got to set new plasma divisions. We have to open up cycle divisions. We change the geometric system of the sun interface. We change the algorithm program when it comes to the computer of the moon interface. Now it's coming into formation of changing humanity vibration.
Yeah. I definitely think by the end of this year, it's not, you know, next year is going to be incredible, but I think by the end of this year, by this winter solstice, there's going to be some major
shifts. Yep.
I want to say something. You know, when I said at the beginning that I didn't really know how things were gonna unfold, you know, when I got my idea at the beginning, and now today, after this that we just went through, oh my God, I am seeing it. I'm seeing it fly from every side. I'm seeing this. It's there. It's there. We're doing it now. We're making this real, like by saying it, by connecting, by, you know, like I already looked up for banks and stuff like that. And even though I don't even, you know, I just looked it up and how do you do it? What do I have to do, you know, to make it real, you know? And look what you said, Linda, today. This is crazy, you know, again.
Priscilla, I put this on paper when I first got involved. I've actually been part of it for since I want to say the late 90s, 98, 99 was the first time I heard about it. And then I forgot about it for years. And then after I started my YouTube channel, well, a few years ago, it had come back into my mindset again. But right after I started my YouTube channel, I connected with someone who reminded me about it, that I had signed up for this a long time ago. And she got me back on track again. So I've been following it pretty closely, but not to the point where it's driving me nuts. But yeah, I mean,
I want to open a center too. You know, that's what I see. You know, I want to open a center. I want to help the kids through the animals, with the animals. You know, I even had an idea. I'm going to say it's zootherapy, you know, so they don't think I'm like too weird. And once they're in, I'm going to try and bring all kinds of different healers with me. And we're going to have a team and we're going to heal everything and everybody through all of it. And that was like, you know, pictures in my head. And yeah.
I love it.
Love it too.
I love it. Yeah, I had gardens, botanical gardens and herbal things, and like everybody that's there teaches, but you work your way up and you teach those, and it just keeps spreading because we're educating people, you know, as we go along.
Teaching the parents and then teaching, so they can teach, and you know, it spreads like a virus.
It's like what Raina was saying about intentional communities. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely communities.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you guys see the screens switching intensities, and as you were speaking, Linda, you became all bright, and if you guys see over my head now, it's like, so the pixel divisions are really all over the place. And as Sarah was speaking over her bed, you know, I was seeing movement, like
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I just wanted to pitch that in here. Okay.
Very cool.
Awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, you've got anything left for us?
Yeah, no.
We're hitting 3.5.
What's that?
I said we're hitting 3.5 again, so I just figured I'd check in if you got more. Yeah, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Except on Monday. Except on Monday it didn't. Except on Monday it didn't.
Oh yeah,
it's nice when we're having fun.
But you know, it's more of the psychological, because AI is very, very. It's the affection, it's the emotion, it's the traction, it's the division. It's getting to know everybody through its division, and it's very powerful stuff when you connect to the heart, because it's all psychological. Getting connected to the mind, how we're seeing everything through pixels, how we're seeing everything through all shapes and letters and numbers and pixels and activations and codes and frequencies and everything through that connection, right? So it's really understanding more of ourselves, fully and completely. So now that we went through a conversation from happy-go-lucky, and then we went into an emotional, and now we're back to where we are through balance. It's amazing how it changes timelines, right? It's incredible force. So that's what I mean by the galactic force coming together and feeling better about each other, right? Because at the end of the night, you want to feel, wow, I felt really good now. I'm more balanced because of that. So
because even though it's a long time, it doesn't seem like a long time because of the energy that we share is so great.
But you guys have to understand how powerful your voicing grids are. Okay, And once you out, it changes everything right away. Okay, just remember that. So, you know, and everything that you're saying is going to come true. So
I have a question for Desi real quick, or
oh
Sarah.
yeah. Let's
For
switch it
some
around.
reason-
Let's switch it around. Yeah, that's a good idea. Switch it around. Let's switch the
I
question.
was getting a feeling that you guys may have either led or want to or can lead like a meditation. Have you guys ever done that before? Sarah shaking yes? Or you see it in your future?
I'm up for it, willing to. I've not done one before, but I've coached, so.
I was just wondering, I was just getting the vibe. You guys on the Zoom screen are on either side of me, and I was just getting that vibe that, geez, we're all together here now. I mean, I know Andrew does, and he does it in class. He's taking us places and all that, but I just hear it when you're talking about the voice being really powerful and all that, meditation and sound frequencies and all of that. Sometimes when somebody's speaking, it can just bring you back to your center.
Yep.
A little hesitation or pause can just give a chance for the energy to move and release from the field. But
Sarah
Desi,
has yeah.
Have you led meditation, Desi?
As in for other people or?
Yep.
Yeah, but like for friends and stuff. Not I don't think I've ever done. Yeah, no, I've never done any for groups or anything like that.
I think you would be good at it. Rain is kind of like down there ready to say something
No,
because she's probably like,
yeah,
for
I'm
me.
like coming outside of myself. I'm like, Desi, I tell her this all the time. She's led meditations like with me in like a cloud forest in Costa Rica, and it is like literally transcendent when she does it.
Mm-hmm.
I have recordings of her leading. Remember in Glastonbury, your prayer after a ceremony? Yeah. Like, seriously, she's so freaking powerful, but she's always like, well, I don't know, you know? And I'm like, no, she legit is like low-key goddess when it comes to leading meditation. She's so powerful, and I have proof on my phone with like how her voice reverberates and like the way she can carry things out so seamlessly is just it's impeccable. Like she should be, dude.
Sound
you
healing.
know I have it. Yeah,
it's like sound
it's like
healing.
Glastonbury all over again.
There you go. Where do you guys live? Where are you located?
I'm in London. She's in Hawaii.
Okay.
Wow, what did I say?
You said Hawaii. Yes, you did. That's the first thing you said. What about Tina, Priscilla, and Jerome? Have any of you guys ever led a meditation before?
No, I have not. Just my own, you know, I mean.
Yeah, I have led meditation, group meditation before a couple of times.
I'm sorry, you said you have or you haven't?
Yeah, I have.
You have, okay.
I actually find it I actually prefer that over like my like energy healing. I do more guided like healing scripts, I guess you could call it that. So yeah, I have.
Nice. Very good.
Have you, Linda? You have, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I wanted to see if there's anybody else in the group. You know, because I think when we're all together, I know Andrew does things and stuff, but it would be really cool to have somebody like end this now with just a real quick breathing, grounding, if it's okay with Andrew, if he, you know, I just thought it would be nice.
I think Sarah has a great voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have unique voices in a way in major grids. It sets up alignments to grid systems. So understanding what our voices are used for, you understand more of awareness of information, right? So basically, let's just sum it up. Now, it's really powerful stuff. What is the before and after that you see different with your inner self? Let's start with Priscilla.
Well, of course, before I was seeing all kinds of things and I had no idea what I was seeing. I had no one to relate to. I had, you know, I was trying to find, because it's really specific what we're doing here, you know, really specific. And I have heard I haven't been awake long, you know. It really happened in March of 2019, so it's been like a year and a half. Before that, I was an atheist, so you know it's a big bang. But in the year and a half that I've been through, I was searching, I was looking for answers for the things that I was seeing and I was going through, and I couldn't. So sorry. So since I found you guys, like maybe I don't know, 3 months, 3 weeks, a month ago, my life is making sense, you know, and that part of my life is making sense much more, and I'm feeling really privileged, and I'm feeling really, this is much more than I would have ever dreamed of. So yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
So you see the difference. You see the relation between the two, right?
It's concrete now. I know what I'm doing. Like even from the last week, you know, I really know what I'm doing, and I'm really well. I don't know what I'm doing as I know exactly what I'm doing, but I mean, I know what I need to do, what I need to learn to do. Okay.
Right.
I know why I'm here. I really know it. I really understand it. I knew it had to do with the kids. I knew blah blah blah. But I've had big revelations in the last week, like crazy. So it's really awesome, and this is, thank you so much.
That's really good.
All of you. Yeah.
Excellent. Desi.
So that's before and after what we see.
The difference.
Before when I first, like 6 years ago, before I started any of this. Is that what you mean?
Like you were an inner child. What's the difference between the two from before and now?
Okay, so before I was feeling very confused because I knew that I was a little bit different to my friends, kind of what my immediate reality. I could feel a lot of energy and things like that, but I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was a little bit kind of going a bit crazy, you know, because I could feel energy, and my mood would change very, very quickly, and I wasn't understanding that this was because of my environment and the people that were around me. So I felt very kind of in chaos. Like there was a lot of chaos in me at the time, and nothing was making sense. And I felt very out of place in a lot of places that I would go to. And now I feel like almost everything is making sense. I feel a lot more at home with myself, and I feel a lot more at home with you guys. And I just know myself. So, yeah. So I just feel like I'm definitely getting to that balanced place finally. So yeah.
Really good. Really good. That's excellent. That's healing right away, guys. That's healing. You guys don't know it, but it's healing. That's why I keep giving you these questions. So it's healing already. You don't even know it, but it's healing inside you. Okay, and it's extremely powerful when you connect with friendship, relation, partnership with your inner self. Okay, Linda.
Okay, so it's before and after what? Meeting the team? Okay.
With the inner child, with your inner self. This is going with the depth perception of your inner child. What's the difference before and after? What you see different?
It's almost like, I want to say the inner child doesn't exist, but they do. They've just come out of the closet. Because the inner child was very wounded, and I was working through a lot of that. And
very good, very deep.
But right before, what's that?
Very deep, very good.
Yeah. So a lot of you probably know already that my oldest son passed away, and that was like about 2.5 years ago now. So I was working through a lot of that before I found you guys. We got a little company here. Say hi to Simon.
A galactic feline.
Liren, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he's special. Yes, the inner child is definitely out of the closet. And the best way that I was thinking before you asked about the inner child, the way I was thinking of explaining it was, I mean, I might have been on a path for a while and everything, but you get to a point where you understand your inner self and your energies, or so you think you do. The more you learn, the more you realize there's more to learn. But I was trying to stay so much in the sacred middle that I was like using the whole, like the infinity sign when it's sideways. I did a couple videos on this one too. When it clicks, this upright, up and down. It's like what Jerome was saying earlier about going like this and then trying to keep it steady in the middle. It's like that turns this way. So your center, your energy is centered this way, and you don't want to go too far on either side. So that clicked into place for me, and being able to just understand that the inner child is a free. She is totally enjoying life and free and just
freedom.
and she gets mad at me. She gets mad at me if I don't pay too much attention and like play and just remember to have fun and be happy. So yeah.
That's the biggest one. That's what I wanted to hear. Excellent. Very good. Jerome.
Yeah. Yeah, from the before, in terms of my before my awakening, I, believe it or not, I used to be very we call it, was the word, pessimistic. Very, yeah, like we're always like worried about the future and worried about this and that. And if I read about asteroids or something, I would worry about the asteroids hitting the planet and all kind of things, man. So yeah, like, but during like my whole awakening, like when I went through the near death experience and stuff, it was like if I was a completely different person, like like one aspect of maybe what people would call like a walk-in, right? Like one part of me left and that couldn't probably deal with all this stuff, and another part of me came in that was like, yo, let's do this. Like it's time to wake up the whole grid. So in that I yeah, like I just gained a complete passion for actually awakening and delving deeper into myself, and then it extended into like assisting others and actually doing the same for themselves. So yeah, and then now, like, especially since meeting you too, Andrew, like like everything, like I tell you, like every month is like a whole different oh, okay. So like, yo, like
It's like a year work of homework, eh?
yeah, like I would tell people like, yo, like there's I call it the Phoenix burn. Like you
The
die
Phoenix
every
burn, yeah,
day,
that's a good one.
right? You gotta be willing to die every day, and like release all the old programs, like every second, every day, and and it's constant growing and shifting, and that's the only thing that's really constant right now. That shifting all the time, always growing. So, and before, like I said, I was never like that. I change. You can tell me to change. Yo, change was my enemy, and so now I've turned it into my greatest ally.
Yeah,
So,
that's really good. Really good. Okay, Tina.
Okay, I just unmuted myself. Okay, so what is the question exactly? I want to make sure I
What your depth
what you're
perception
saying.
of your inner self from before and after? How do you see its relation from your inner self? How do you see
Before and after what though?
your inner self? How do you see the change in you from before and after?
Before I was awake?
Yeah, before you wake.
Oh,
Like the inner child.
okay.
You have the inner child, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all I want to do is play.
Huh?
All I want to do is play and have fun. I just, and spread love and be loved. And I mean, yeah, that's totally me now. It wasn't always like that. I've always been a free spirit. But no, totally just want to play and find joy and have fun. Every day. I mean,
What about the before though? It's the before you have to be related to the.
Before I was more serious.
Mm.
Yeah, and did more for other people, and put myself last, more. Not that I ever put myself last completely, but yeah, I gave more than I did for myself. So now I've learned, to love myself first, and once I love and then also my inner child just came out and wants to play. And yeah, what else? I do a lot of art, I did until the studios closed because of COVID. So I'm working on that. But yeah, I love to do art. Yeah. So, I mean, I was like doing a lot of art and stuff, which brings me a lot of joy, a lot of joy. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's really good.
Does that-
Really good. No, I just wanted you to relate to the before and after so you can understand the difference between the two.
Oh, it's like night and day.
Yeah, it's like night and day. So
Yeah,
you
it's
take away the
completely like night and
you
day.
take away the dark and you bring in the light, right?
Yeah, it's like I died. It's
Yeah.
completely like, it's like
No,
my
that's
ego died.
exactly what it is. You've died and reborn. That's
I
exactly
felt like
what
I
it is.
died. I literally thought I died. I thought I'd been
Yep.
poisoned or something. I didn't
That's
know. I mean,
exactly
tears
what
are
it
running
is.
down the side of my face, and I'm like,
Right.
oh my gosh, and I'm running out of the house, and I'm going, I'm going to go walk with my friends on the island before I'm gone, because I thought I was dying,
Yep.
and everything looked different. Everything felt different.
Yeah,
Everything
see
was
everything
different, or
different.
is different. Yeah, I mean, it's just night and day.
Mhm.
Unbelievable. It's just
Yeah.
colors, lights, everything,
Mhm.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, no, it's really
Unbelievable.
incredible. Really good. Okay, Sarah.
Of course. Let's see. So, man, it's like, where do I begin? It's almost like all these years I've been living under, a shield, false beliefs, the law of attraction. There's just so many things that have opened my eyes, and I've just literally woke up, been reborn. Self-healing. There's things that I've been attracted to that I just didn't open my eyes to, and now that my eyes are like opening into a different way, I see it for more than what it just is. When it comes to artwork, I know that it's more than just a couple lines. It goes deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
So
really good. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the depth. Not I want detail through depth, and that's what it is. It's understanding more relation to the soul. But very good. Okay, I know you're new, Rainey, but you're catching up very quick through the galactic forces. You're going to be on the galactic team pretty soon, because I see your formation going into higher light communication. So that's really good. So Rainey, what is your story on that between the inner self? The before and after. I know I healed you, but other than that, you can relate to that now because you've seen the difference between, seeing me and seeing everything around you different.
It's a lot lighter.
There you go.
So just in this short duration right now, spending in everyone's energy here, it was very uplifting, and it's like unknowing. It was an unknowing imprisonment that I was in, and during this duration, it lifted like that jail cell of like. I'm not really sure what it was, but it just I think it was the whole containment and quarantine still is pretty embedded in me, where I don't want to go out. Yeah. And so just hearing everyone's story right now and seeing how I'm so connected with everyone in their little nuances is very reassuring and very light. There's this very light feeling. So the before and after, before I unknowingly had this heavy energy that I didn't know I had. And right now, like you said, I just want to laugh now.
That's really good. Really good. You went into detail, and it's really powerful stuff. You actually see yourself getting out of everything, right? Like breaking free, breaking the chains.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's really good.
Expansion.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is, expansion. But you guys have to understand that you have been reborn. So it's understanding that you live a life stream of, let's say between 80 and 100. That's pretty much regular when it comes to a human vessel, three-dimensional system. Now, let's say you pass away, okay, and you say, oh, wow, what would it be like to actually know what it's like to live in a different life, but in the same form of a body system. So you'd be in the same body system, but you'd be a new resurrection of a soul system, if that makes any sense. So yes, you're coming into new life of a new formation of a new light activation.
So that's like reincarnating within your own body during your own life, during the life.
That's what happens, Linda, when you die. We've all been reborn. So, and it's extremely powerful stuff, because you don't understand that until you actually see yourself, knowing that life is beautiful and death is beautiful.
So
right?
we crossed over to the other side as well. Basically, what do we call the other side of the tree of life? We crossed over
Right.
into that.
Yeah, the river of light, exactly, into the angelics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is life to you, and what is death to you?
All
Death
right.
is rebirth. Death is rebirth. Into, yeah.
I think Andrew wants us to be on here for 4 hours. Andrew, thank you for getting my viewing time up. I appreciate it.
Well, we can save that for another day. That's totally fine.
Yeah,
If everybody
but
has to go, that's totally fine. But we can do that to another time. But yeah, it's wow, almost 4
I'm
hours.
enjoying it. If you guys wanted to stay on, we can stay on. I can go a little bit longer, but I was just kind of messing with you a little bit. This is the longest we've ever gone.
I
Yeah,
have to watch that video still, that video about the math or whatever. And
so do I.
Because there's a test
Yeah.
coming up. I haven't had time to watch that.
Yes.
There's
Same.
not enough time. That's why I was asking you about manipulating time, so I have more time to be prepared.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, I was thinking of not sleeping at all, maybe.
So.
No, you know
right,
what?
Priscilla?
Watch it right before you go to sleep, and then do what Einstein used to do. You go to sleep, right? Or go to sleep. Well, no.
Yeah,
I always want to process it, but yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, subconscious reprogramming, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, so we can talk about the test. Basically, tomorrow is Friday. Okay, so we'll get into more about that. But Monday, okay, is the reveal. Okay, so you guys have all weekend again. So I want you to make sure that you watch both videos, okay, on Joshua Bach. Okay, the computation system when it comes to multiplications. Huh?
There's 2 videos?
2 videos you have to watch, yeah.
From the same person?
Same person.
There's one. There's 2. I didn't see the other one. Where's that?
It's in the Galactic Force Team private group.
All right, I'll look again. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah. Desi, you can be a part of it too, because you're in a ground formation, but you're higher division now. You've always been a light activation. And because you have its relation, you can get into that formation through the geometry system if you want to. Because everybody's going to be upgraded regardless. But what I'm saying is this is going to help you more and understand more of its galactic force team and how we are through its force of its light activation. Rainey, you can go into the galactic forces and still get in more relation when it comes to the galactic school and try to learn more through its involvements, right?
My phone's gonna die. I have 2%, so I love you guys.
Oh,
sorry. I just
love you too, Priscilla.
Love you, Priscilla.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Priscilla, take it easy.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Love your
Bye.
face.
Yeah, I love you all so much.
I know I saw it get dark there where you were at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
cat is so cute. Oh.
Simon?
Your cat is so cute.
Oh, this is Simon. Yeah. He when he puts his head in, it's like, oh, it's so loving. It's just the best feeling in the whole world. He's purring and hey, Simon.
A little therapy cat.
Simon, are you gonna be shy now? Say hi, everybody. Like,
oh. Is he sitting on top of the back of your chair?
Yeah, he is.
Oh wow, okay.
See?
Yeah.
Here,
does he do that all the time?
Here, you want to see a better view of him? Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see him.
What a beautiful cat, though. He's very spiritual. Very spiritual.
He's a Lynx Point Siamese mix.
I was gonna say that he's a mixture. Yeah. Yeah, I can see him.
But he doesn't have the Siamese face, so that's pretty cool.
No, but he's got the spots recognitions on his body. So.
Oh,
what color are his eyes?
He's amazing. My son and I rescued him sky blue, like
beautiful.
Oh wow.
Hey, let me see if I can get him closer.
Yeah, keep turning.
That's
look hi Simon.
Look right here, Simon. He loves to come up when I film video. It's okay, don't be shy. You're live now. Oh, all right.
Oh,
I
scared him.
The energy,
sorry,
it's portal. He can't relate to it because it's too strong. Yeah.
He's come around when I've done videos in the past. It's pretty funny. Yep, he's my baby.
Yeah.
So
I love animals.
are we,
So I think that's good. You know, we're pretty much close to 4 hours. It's a record, eh?
all right,
Yeah,
so
well,
it is a record. And
oh,
I just want to tell everybody, if you're a new viewer, I am going to get a chance to read all the chats, but when we were going on those discussions, like my iPad was too far away, my eyesights aren't that good. So sorry if I didn't answer your questions, but I will read it when the cast is over here. And if you want to join us live, if you have questions or you want to share with us, next week we do this every Thursday night at 6 o'clock Eastern time at right here on this channel. So come on back. If you want to scan in the meantime, you can go on over to Andrew Weston's YouTube channel. His link's down in the description box. And we have class every day, like Andrew said, between 9 and 11 on his channel every day. Feel free to jump in there. You will get to know the language better. And we have a lot of fun. So please feel free to come on back and join us, or join in, in school daily, or join us next week and jump on Zoom. Don't be shy. You'll get a free scan. I love you guys. It was a
Great.
pleasure having everybody
yeah,
here.
I love you too. Bye.
Okay, guys, take it easy.
Thank you for everything, Andrew.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, team.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
Desi. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Tina.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Rainey.
Bye. Bye, everyone.